Cause when I hear that shit, it boosts my confidence. Talking with the killers, moonwalking in the trap. I'm that nigga selling Thriller, you can smell it through the pack. Zombie, fuck your vouch, nigga. All I need is an ounce, nigga. No matter the product, I'm in the field, in the house with it. Still off the chain like a runaway slave. Boss mentality, I mob through, just try and get me. It's a shame, they do anything for a little bit of fame. Nowadays, they do anything to big up they little name. I swear to blow up niggas a jump on a live grenade. IP to them ninjas, take that to the grave. When life gave me lemons, I wasn't tripping, I pissed on it. Added ice soda to my fake friends, it's lemonade. It was going in 60 seconds, now that's a minute made. Niggas screaming, I got the juice, now homie, I ain't Mr. Pure. Bitches wanna hang out, hope I ain't Mr. Cooper. White folks still acting stupid, burning crosses, carrying nooses. Black folks sitting down, talk about peace and some truces. I'm like, I got your piece. I know you seen what they did to Deuce Kid. Blaming on the drugs or the scenes from my favorite movies. Or my nightmares, reality, my dreams seem pretty lucid. Just popped a few pills while I'm at it, IP the Juice Kid. If I wasn't going stupid in the booth, I'll pour out some juice shit. This for the dreamers who sleep with the dreamers. This for the schemers who plot on the schemers. Salute to all my kings and my queens. Rock middle fingers to the haters and non-believers. This for the dreamers who sleep with the dreamers. This for the schemers who plot on the schemers. Salute to all my kings and all my queens. Rock middle fingers to the haters and non-believers. Lord have mercy, was never trying to be perfect, just trying to be worthy. I'm thinking, Lord have mercy, was never trying to be perfect, just trying to be worthy. And any title I bestow on myself, work. As you live and breathe, yeah. It's your favorite weirdo, weird clothes, stressed out pillows. I feel when my peers call me weird, this shit's a compliment. Cause when I
My fault, y'all. What's up? Okay, getting ready to. My bad. All right, sis. I got your message. What's up, y'all? I got a couple people. Well, the team gonna be joining. I had to get my speaking voice together, and then I was still muted. We still got a couple minutes. We usually start directly at 9. It's actually 9:58 my time. I'm an hour ahead. But what's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? Shut it live. Let's get some other people. I'm gonna play some more music. Waiting on the team to join. We're gonna shut it live. I think this like episode 23, or in between 23 and 26. Let me play something. I'm gonna play. What's up, though? How y'all feeling?
I ain't Mr. Cooper. White folks still acting stupid, burning crosses, carrying nooses. Black folks sitting down, talk about peace and some truces. I'm like, I got your piece. I know you seen what they did to Deuce Kid. Blaming on the drugs or the scenes from my favorite movies. Or my nightmares, reality.
This the new joint.
Yeah.
Y'all shut it live. Let's
Real shit. I ain't just wake up like this. At least not today. I've been feeling like this. Head standing up right now. When you break my heart in two. The past been set. Work. Bring the drums in, AP. I be incompetent not to acknowledge this. Amongst the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Said I'm convinced after all the broken promises, I'm still trying to make mama rich. Or maybe I try and make mama pissed. Yeah, I used to love her, ain't got no common sense. I still do. Hard to hide the sins behind the mildew. Molded by the fungus in the darkness of the darkest. Mind lies a dragon in that dungeon. Hungry, I supply the heat, just bring the luncheon. Fuck funds, stack funds, stay away from fuck shit. Waiting for the UFOs to abduct me abruptly. You can come right now, interrupt. Hope I can bring weed on that flying saucer. Learning what I learned turned me to Harry Potter. Question everything that teachers ever taught us. Just another product of my environment. Ain't no 401k plans or retirements. Boss that thing in my hand and get the firing. the free. Same land bought and sold people that look just like me. Knowing that got me focused. Enough bandos across the world to house the homeless. Drunk sleeping with rats and roaches. It's about money or moments. Paper or purpose. How you a boss, nigga? You was barely a worker. More like a servant. Mice, food to the surface. Trust none, they lurking in the garden and eating. They feed us anything, you gotta watch what you eating. You want it cause you see it, nigga, not cause you need it. Wake up, stop sleeping. Kilos of pesticides on my fruits and veggies. Who thought trying to be healthy and be so deadly? Heavy on the lemon pepper. Fuck that shit, give me extra. Oh, you try to kick knowledge?
Don't lie, that shit funny though. It's funny seeing all y'all folks that posted. Y'all went crazy about that shit. If y'all use that same energy for all these kids that's around this bitch lost, we might just be able to find some kids, some of these black women. We're going to talk about it. I'm waiting on the crew, man. I hope everybody's feeling good. I'm going to go ahead and start. We already 6 minutes in. It's past 9 y'all time. It's definitely 10 my time. I'm full of good energy, positive energy. My journey has gotten bigger. I've added another party. He was already a part of it, but now he's like full time. I could talk about that briefly and show that just that feeling of that energy. I just received full custody of my son. We're going on about a week and a day of him being with me full time and making the adjustment. So y'all pray for me. Send me good energy. I'm open to any opinions or different options. Just trying to fulfill my need or as a dad and give him the best. So as you can see, my little background and changed up. Bed over here. This was my art room. This is where I created. It was a safe space. When you with somebody, men, we like our little, what they call it, the man cave, or it was like my back cave per se, but we switched out, me and wifey. Let me take this Carlee thing off. But me and wifey switched out, changing into his room. So he got his own room. What's up with y'all though, man? I see I got a comment. Turtle, what's up, man? I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. That energy you sending, man. Everybody been real big and supportive and just been shooting inboxes. Great comment, great energy. So I really appreciate that because I know I'm gonna need it in the long run. This ain't necessarily easy task or no hard task at that. Shout out to his moms for allowing me, you know what I'm saying, situation to be what it is for the most part. What's up with you though, Turtle? How you feeling, big bro? Everybody, I see I got 4-5 people in here, 2 people on YouTube. I'm running on 2 Facebook pages. If you don't mind, whether you finna be in here for the long haul, just a second, shut a live, get some folks in here. We gonna conversate. One of our topics is definitely Carlee Russell. Again, like I said, if we put some of the energy that we put into searching for her, that same energy to these kids and these black women that's actually missing, we might find them. But everybody likes soap operas and shit. I wasn't really in tune with it that much. I paid attention about this much. But I do know it would definitely be a good convo for the night, along with BK. BK said, let's talk about the groceries on the doorstep. What's homie name? J Real, yeah. So we'll talk about that. I'm waiting on them to come in. Bro, say you taking it easy. But that's what's up, man. Take it easy. Don't take it hard, Paul. No pun intended. But yeah, take it easy, man. We've been living for a long time. We done lived a hard life. You deserve to live easy. And again, I've been blessed to get full custody of my son. So don't mind the room. We on some family shit in here. You see, I got his little baby pictures. He was shocked. I got his first pair of Jordans over here on his nightlight. I ain't gonna really show you everything, but so people said I should actually gather content with this, and I'm not really gonna gather content like he's an experiment, but content as far as just like the journey and advocating for fathers who want to be mourning, because that ain't my only kid. Don't get it twisted. I got other kids that I'm not allowed to see or barely talk to, and we're gonna fix that. So not just to gather content as far as his journey, but my journey as a dad and trying to implement myself in their life full time. See, man, y'all comment, man. Y'all help me make them algorithms shake up, man. Shed a lie, hit the hearts. You know, I'm gonna do it too. Like I tell you, I'm my biggest supporter, my biggest fan. Uh, I make sure I shut alive because if I don't, then how can I expect for others to shut alive and comment? I'm gonna shut alive and comment. See? I ain't expect for it to be all loud and shit. What y'all got going on, man? This Wednesday night, the week halfway through. I know we got the Marshalltown reunion. If you just getting on my podcast, checking me out because I'm seeing there's 2 people on YouTube land. What's up, y'all? I'm an artist by way of Gary, Indiana. I go by Worthy the Surf Ninja 219. I don't know it's long, but that's the name. I used to be called James Worthy amongst the other few things, but I'm a content creator in the sense of just an artist. Whatever canvas the universe allows me to have, I paint on that bit. This is what I'm doing as far as like with the pod. We talk about local stuff, we talk about global stuff, but I'm directed to my city, keeping them entertained and informed, uh, also giving them valuable information, you know what I'm saying, to get them through life, like eating habits, sleeping habits, shit like that, new things that I learned. When I came to Atlanta, I was like 220, believe it or not, fat, stress, going through it. I'm like 165, fluctuating between 165, 175. Uh, I do the watermelon diet, fast here and there. Believe it or not, that shit really works. Amongst other things that I do, I've been blessed to get engaged on Steve Harvey's show. Shit, a lot of y'all know, a lot of y'all don't. I figured, why not? You know what I'm saying? We only got like 2 or 3 more episodes before we take our break off for a month. So I want y'all to know who y'all dealing with because I feel like when we come back, it's going to be even bigger. We're going to be going from 10, 20 viewers to 50 and 100 views. We not selling you nothing. Not selling you no dreams. Kurt, what's up, bro? I appreciate that energy, bro. Hey, do me a favor to all y'all that's on the other pages. See, if you're on another page watching me, per se, I can't necessarily see your comment. I got a main page that I be juking on. And Kurt, shout out to you, bro, because I be seeing you doing your thing as a father, bro. He one of the ones. He from the West Coast. We don't even know each other personally. He was able to catch my wave due to a lot of hating. God working mysterious ways. He put me out there globally through hating shit, man. And I received family and friends and supporters. I don't call y'all fans, but he was one of them, bro. Bro, fuck with my music. But do me a favor, come on the Champ James Worthy page, which is the main page. And if you on YouTube, then you on my Can I Live? CANEYELIVE. I spell it EYE, yeah. They hate that shit. They hate that shit. Let's talk about that shit to the fam. Fam, get in here, man. Y'all help me understand it. And if you one of those, man, we can agree or disagree, but do it respectfully. When somebody is myself who considers myself to be woke or kind of woke eyes, look like the crest out, you know what I'm saying? I spell I instead of the way we was taught to spell it with that line and the dot, I spell it EYE. What's wrong with that? Why does that bother people so much? Rayo, what's up, man? Mr. Murrow, how you doing, man? One of my childhood friends, one of my neighborhood friends. We got the reunion coming up next week. I can't wait. What's up, bro? I'm good, man. I know you're busy. I'm able to make it. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there, bro. You wait till you see the shirts and shit I got cooking up and all that, man. I'm there, man. I'm gonna keep saying this so y'all don't get mad, bro. I just got blessed, got full custody. I was actually there last week. Came back, flew back with my son. He's been with me. Shit, it's just been a trip and it's been going up ever since. So again, to all my parents, if you got any ideas, books, whatever, send me that shit. I'm trying to get my son right. He got a lot of he allergic to a lot of shit, soy, nuts, things of that nature. So he got to eat healthy like me. So how I told you about the watermelon diet, I think that'd be good for him. But with him being a kid, I got to make sure I get other nutrients and proteins for him and shit. I try not to be so like stuck on us not eating the processed food because there's no way to be perfect and completely stay away from that shit. So if you got any ideas, shoot them to me. I'm gonna do my research. Amanda, what's up, sis? How you feeling? Man, hey, if you ain't getting hated on, then you ain't doing something right. Y'all don't agree with me? But I still want to know why certain things bother folks, like spelling IEYE. You know, this is just what if they had taught us to spell it that way in school, would it be different? Because they taught us a whole lot of things in school that wasn't true. Let's start there. So the next time you see little old me spelling it EYE, don't let that type of shit bother you. Things like that young lady lying and y'all being so quick to share her picture and shit, but we got kids all over that's missing. All over, black women all over missing. They taking our body parts. I'm like, I'm gonna tone it down a bit because I want to keep the pod podding. But y'all know what I'm saying, right? Y'all be getting mad about the wrong too much energy. But I'm feeling good. If you're not feeling good, I hope to pass you some of this good positive energy, some information. The team, they've been writing me. I know Spence probably finna tap in because he at work. BK and P said they be on in about 10 minutes. They was putting the kids to sleep. Zaire, what's up, bro? How you feeling, man? Bro, I'm loving the swag. I'm loving the wave. I think the cowboy look, man. I'm just loving the freedom, you being in your skin, bro. That's what life is about. When you lifing, that's what it's about. This ain't no trying to get all clouded up content. This is just some, hey, I want you to feel as good as I feel. I be feeling challenged and kind of nervous and anxiety up. And then I got friends like myself that remind me, hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. Or they, hey, don't fall off, if I get to posting the wrong things. And I ain't had none of them moments for a minute. And now that I got somebother really invested in me, that other than my lady, she invested in me, but she got her own thing. And again, shout out to my lady. I haven't mentioned my lady in a while, right? Shout out to the queen. Can I get some hearts or something? Can y'all? I'm gonna hit the hearts too. Look at me on my page hitting the heart, because that's how I get it, Drew. Can I get some hearts for my lady? Y'all send us some good energy. Because I'm sure this is different for us. She ain't got no kids. I got a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? I say that proudly. It's creative. I-E-Y-E, but some people can't even spell. That's all I'm saying, sis. People be so ready to judge other folk. Now, I'm like, this Carlee incident, I don't consider, now that we kind of know the aftermath and where it's at, and, it walked like a dog, we know. But prior to the situation, I seen so many folks having their own opinions about her and what they thought was going on. And then just let's spin back to, if you got time to judge other people, man, you should, life is alive. I'm in the live right now looking at myself. Before I can figure out how to judge somebody else, I'm going to judge myself or have a good reason to judge them. That's just me, though. That's just me lifing. Just lifing. But hey, I appreciate that energy, motherfucker Amanda. I got you. I'm gonna keep spelling it E-Y-E because I'm getting kind of woke. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm learning something new, bettering my chances of growing old, maturing more. I don't hesitate to get on this motherfucker and spread that news. The same way we done had years of not just myself, but I like to use myself as I've got on here and spread it negative energy and gas people up and made you laugh on some fuck shit. I wanna gas you up on some good shit. Or some shit that you can digest and go longevity, win, you know what I'm saying, turn up to. So what's up, man? We got 14 people on the Facebook. I got 3 other people on a different Facebook. That means we 15 deep on Facebook land. If you ain't on my Champ James Worthy page, then you on one of the other pages. I really appreciate you. Shut it live, but try to skedaddle over to this page. You know what I'm saying? If you on YouTube, I fucks with you. It's kind of hard for me to remember that I'm working on YouTube because I'm just a little me. I need some people behind on the production, but we're working on that. I got one production member already. I got a panel. We lining up guests. Just work with me. You know what I'm saying? Again, this ain't like to just be on some clowning shit. This might be some shit you ain't heard. I know a young man while I'm at it. This how tune I am with my city. I know a young man hung himself. What's this behind? What's them apartments? 53rd. Hold on. I'm finna tell y'all real quick in my city. I know the color doesn't really matter, but he was white. But I mean, that's sad overall. This was Tiburon Trail. So if you don't know what's going on in your city or my city, that's what I'm here for, not just to make you laugh. I know not too long ago, what's that spot off of Harrison? Is that Harrison? What was the apartments and shit that was leaning? So everybody had to get put out or get out or whatnot in Maryville. So everybody got put out, and that's because of Miss Parker. I'll be in tune with her. She dropped a lot of jewels. I think we fuck with too much mess. We need to know the information. It's gonna get us past. Once this shit shut down, what you gonna do? How you gonna last? Eat this shit. I thought somebody commented. My bad, man. Y'all gonna make me play some music because although I like to talk, I don't want to talk the whole time. Come on, give me something to work with. Say something. I need you to say something, baby. Or panel, where the F is y'all at? Where's y'all at? Yeah, it was Tiburon Trails, bro. Hey, shout out to Mr. Beeman, man. Get with him, man. He very dope graphic designer, man. I'm working with him. Uh, mutual situation, bro. Very talented young man. So if you got anything, you looking for some stuff, man, reach out to the bro, man. But yeah, hey, while y'all to the new people that's popping in, don't forget to share the live. Go out the live, share it in the groups. You know what I'm saying? Share it to them different weird ass groups. You don't know, might be one or two people pop in, love this conversation and shit. Uh, but yeah, so the young man had murdered himself behind Tiburon Trails. I know Hickory Ridge. I know they was having some situation. They had to put the residents out, and then between the residents moving, they had some motherfuckers that broken their shit, stole their shit. So it's a lot going on in Indiana. That's also why I got the panel because we all come together. We all know different shit. So I got Pete. She into the farming industry, agriculture. If you smart, you know the terms. Eating habits, her backstory. I interviewed her before she joined the panel, but she talked a lot about her health issues and how she had to make some changes. And through them changes, she jumped into the agriculture. Another panel member, we got Mr. Spencer. He actually a paramedic. A lot of folks see him as a dickhead or whatever, pause or whatever. No pun intended, because he just speaks his mind. But I think it's a lot of meat back pause. I ain't like that. It's a lot of information he giving out, and plus with his job, who better? And then last but not least, as of right now, BK. She was the first member to join part of the congregation. She wasn't afraid. In fact, she just commented and she say she coming in a minute. But yeah, so I'm building up a panel of 7 with the hopes of everybody can always tap in Wednesday at least. See, my main channel, which is my Champ James Worthy channel, I'm turning it into a network page, like where you can just get some of everything, and it's not from me; it's from a little bit of everybody. Who knows? I am, bro. You into that health and wealth? You getting your body together? I know you're doing a little bit more than getting your body together, but we need people like you to make a difference and give us words of encouragement. Like I said, I was 220 when I came down here. I didn't start losing this weight like this until I stopped eating, which was I call it like I like fast on accident. It was an accident, but I got to fasting. When you get in that zone, working and shit, you like fuck some food, not knowing that not eating these sugars, these fats, my body start eating and creating its own sugars and shit like that, and start losing weight. And then this year I started eating a lot of watermelon after doing my research, having 2 hernias, noticing I can't eat a lot of shit. So the 2 hernias made me lean towards watermelons. And them bitches, bro. If you see me, like when I take my shirt off, and it's no brag, this is telling you how God works, the universe works. Take my shirt off, I look like I work out. Like I got a whole hernia where they had to do surgery on my groin and all that. And I felt so a hernia. I know I'll be all over the place, so work with me. But a hernia, they tell me it's basically like your muscle. It start deteriorating or whatever, you done cause damage on it. So I ain't had no muscle in my stomach in one spot. Crazy, it's coming back, bro. Whole 6-pack. So if y'all see the dude Bobby juicing the watermelons, yeah, he doing it. I don't. I've still got funnies and shit. I'm still a jokester, but I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, the watermelons work. If anybody with that and want to join with me on some cool, calm, fast, and ain't gotta be no 7-day shit. We start slow. Uh, man, appreciate what, bro? Appreciate you, bro. I watch you do some shit. When you do some shit, you make me inspire me to stay on my motherfucking mission, bro. Shit, it work hand in hand. I'm saying I want to only evolve and look at pages that's like-minded. How long you fast for? Shit, bro. At one point I fast for 30 days on just like cutting a few things. I ain't gonna lie to you and say I cut everything, but let's say I cut tobacco, I cut pop, I cut all like syrupy fake juices that shit to say is juice. It's not. You gotta really read that shit. Another thing that I added to my diet was coconut water, and that was a journey. Because at first I didn't really like coconut water. And when I tell most folks when they eat some shit that's healthy and they find themselves not liking it, it's not that the shit's nasty. It's because you're so used to eating other shit, your palates. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be so technical because I'm still a hood neighborhood nigga. Like, but your palates be so used to eating these things is unhealthy. When you get this healthy shit, it's nasty. So it took me a minute with the coconut water. And not only that, Certain coconut waters ain't even healthy. Have a whole lot of sugar in this shit. Like I said, you read the cans that say juice, concentrate, shit. Like you gotta really read into these things. So I end up getting 100% coconut juice and water, drinking that, and real coconuts, and then real watermelon. Like you gotta have the seeded fruits. A lot of these fruits ain't real. We think they are, but they not. They spliced. They man-made. Motherfucker took this fruit, this vegetable, put it together, made it. Ooh, you like it. You don't even know. They've been feeding us this information, got us thinking that this shit real. It's the matrix. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not about pushing yourself to perfection. It's simply about finding some type of balance, gathering yourself, pacing yourself, taking your time with it. Sometimes I overload with trying to do too much, trying to feed my brain just too much information. It's not ready for that. So yeah, but I fast at different paces. I seen watching some of the big bros and shit that I'm into, whether it's Rashid or 19 Keys is like the main one that started my journey and just made a big change. It was like something about how I want to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Like when when Spence say jelly back and shit, I feel that kind of sorta. The whole being flamboyant and having my little knapsack or my fanny pack. I don't got no man per, but I get it. So I want to be a man, you know what I'm saying? So I started investing and watching shit. And I was drawn to the Muslim community too, not knowing that my dad and my uncle, they've been a part of that their whole lives. My uncle was a part of the Nation of Islam. He cut Farrakhan, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X up for some time. Not we ain't talking about no 1-2 cuts. We talking about for years. So I know I'm spinning the block, going somewhere else. But when you think about how Muslims eat the no pork and certain shit, you be like, damn, why? Motherfuckers already know. We just kind of blind. We or we know and we just ignore it. I talked to one brother yesterday. He was like, I'm just stuck in this spot, and I know I am. I can't even explain it, but you gotta. I can't explain how he felt because it's kind of cloudy right now. But I had told him I was there. You know, like okay, you get in that rut, you get in that depressive stage. You just sit there. You know you're great. You know you got some this talent, but it's bigger than the talent. Your talent could be speaking, you could be athletic, you, whatever. But it's the hard work, and it's not the working hard part. The hard work could be simply making your body get up every day, on time, showing the universe that you deserve this. And you might have to work a little harder, but I'm not talking about like just really breaking your back. Work smart. Working smart would be that type of shit. A lot of us do shit last minute. A lot of us creatives are very talented and wait to the last minute to fulfill what you could have done the day of when you got it. You feel me? And that's overworking yourself. You put a lot of exhaust on your brain, your mental, your body. It's wear and tear. We've been doing this since kid because we ain't been taught that. Let me read some of these comments. I'm sorry. I'm just working off the spirit talking. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. I see we 5 deep. We got 15 people bouncing off of one page. Hold on. Let me look on the other page. Feeling good tonight, man. I'm enjoying y'all pop in and share this with me. I got 4 people on the other one. Nope, it went down to 2. Bro, tag me on your page, family. I'm finna do that right now. I'm finna do it right now. Actually, I'm finna send it to you. I'm finna send it directly to you. That's what I'll do. And I apologize, y'all. Again, I got one new member for the production team for next season. Believe it or not, we done like anywhere from 23 to 26 episodes. I had people come do interviews, talk, be on the panel. I had comedian from here come in here to the house. I was finna have little Yachty's drummer come, but what happened? I was sick. Oh, we got in that car accident. Uh, and again, it's crazy how God works. He just puts you in certain positions to win, and you just gotta work hard. Let me comments though. Come on, team panel. I need y'all, bruh. I want y'all. Pause. We, what do you say? We eat for recovery, not taste it. It's a process. Sound boy, we don't really in real life, from what I've learned, we don't need as much food as we think we do in order to get by. I mean, liquids as well, like the water that we drink. It's not real, not the water we should be drinking per se. I ain't gonna say it's not real. But yeah, and y'all follow Zaire, man, bro. Do you consider yourself? Are you a bodybuilder? I know you, like I said, you're in the health and wealth. You take care of your body. Are you a bodybuilder? I know you're in the fitness, trainer. Give me all those things. Run those things down, bro. This is a community, man. When we do our lives, we find in our tribe. It's a lot of folks in here that started with supporting me, and not to make it a because of me thing, but just being real. Like, that's how it gotta work. You bring others to the table. Like I tell all my friends, I feel like I'm a good person to bring people in one room and then make it work. I know kind of what to say for that moment. Then I might like, hey, BK, where you at? Spence, where you at? But I got us here. Y'all follow Zaire, man. I'm gonna go through the rest of these comments. Yeah, I watched 19 Keys, Mike Rashid. Yeah, hey, did you see the one? What is it called? What is it called? I just watched it. Whatever it's called, but I just watched it. I just put my homie onto it, and I like the spin of that. You know, just two different brothers. They totally different. Like this is, and again, I don't think these guys are doing it for clout. They really want to see us as a people be better, do better. I do too. So I don't think a lot of us know about that. And then when we do, we're afraid to take the time out to watch that and invest in that. You got to invest in that type of stuff. I see P just joined, so I'm finna put P up. Miss P, Sister P. Let me see. All right, I'm finna bring P up. She just joined. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all shut alive.
Hello.
Just joining. We finna get started with the panel talk. And if y'all got something y'all want to talk about or want to be a part of this in the near future, don't be afraid to comment and send that. Hey, sis, go ahead and say what's up to them. I'm finna grab the charger for the computer before this go dead.
All right. Hello, everyone. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what y'all was talking about prior to me hopping on. I hope y'all are having a good night. We have some interesting things to talk about this evening, as well as any kind of questions and things y'all want to ask. Hopefully, we get a lot more audience participation tonight.
They better, motherfuckers better.
Yeah, I hope so.
They be scared at first until they know what's really going on. Better now than later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit. Fuck. Charger cord that. Man, here we go, man. This motherfucker would start blinking, talking about it's finna be dead, bro. This is what I'm talking about.
I don't know. It's been something in the air this week.
It is. It's always something in the air. Introduce yourself, man. Let them know what you do, man, or how you could help them. You know what I'm saying? And what you bring to the show and in the community, man. Everybody, I want y'all to get comfortable, man. This is Miss P, man. I ain't bringing nobody to the table that can't help us be a better us.
Well, my name is Portia. I live Maryville, Gary. So I consider myself a community activist. I'm super passionate about food access, healthy food access. I do everything that I can to support Black farmers and just Black food sources. My passion is community building and really trying to bring everybody together under a neutral umbrella so we can really do the work to rebuild Gary. I'm super passionate about Gary. I just moved back here about 2 years ago now to do some community building. I was able to live on the East Coast and build my skill set. And I just want to be able to contribute back to my own community. I went to Roosevelt, graduated in 2005. I'm from Delaney.
It's your project, baby.
Absolutely.
And proud of it, though.
Yes, I am. Absolutely am. And I just try to answer folks' questions, try to connect folks with resources, help folks with grant writing. If you want to start a community garden, you want to know where community resources are, as far as farmers markets, where to get any kind of resources, how to best use your resources. I love organizing community events. I'm trying to get together I am going to get together a few community cleanups so we can just really just rebuild Gary to its former glory. So that's me. Hello.
What up, though?
How are you?
What's going on, man?
This is another member of the panel, y'all. This is Mr. Spencer. Go ahead, bro. We got a decent little crowd, man. We want to take advantage of it, knowing this is one of our last shows for the month.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, no, I'm just checking in. I just woke up, man. I've been sleeping all day on and off, working nights. Jelly bacon. But I have woke up every now and then to catch a lot of what's going on today. So I'm just touching bases with y'all. What's up? I seen she was introducing herself or something like that.
Yeah. I'm done though. You go ahead and introduce yourself.
Introduce. What you mean? What are y'all talking about? What did I walk in?
You are.
Well,
Who you
well,
are
you
while
Mr.
you doing the
Jellyback, and they
panel.
want to know who you are.
Oh, what I'm about?
Well, yeah, what you bring to the table, what you about, Mr. Masculine?
I guess you could say that to a certain extent, man. I go by whatever they want to call me on social media at the time, man. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I kind of dig what you're doing because it is on some empowerment type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I've been on for a while, since enlightenment, since I've been in the military, getting up outside of the G. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that I try to bring to the table is trying to help our people, but I do it from I guess people could say a controversial kind of type way to a certain extent. I kind of talk about all the stuff that most people acknowledge, but people don't want to bring up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that's going on in the world. And especially with our community, the Black community, we got a lot of stuff that's just ignorant, you know what I'm saying, that we don't call each other out on. So I think accountability is the main thing. So I'm kind of that person that, you know what I'm saying, that nigga to be like, hey, man, we kind of messing up. We doing some stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I think everybody need one of them people in your circle, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to guess, man. You don't want somebody always telling you what you want to hear, what you need to hear. You kind of need those people in your circle that's going to tell you the truth, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Accountability is everything.
It's everything, man. And I don't think our community have enough of that. I don't think we tell each other enough that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we got some idiots in the forefront who celebrities that we just really don't need to be celebrities. We got some idiots in our local community that, hey, just really don't need to be, have a platform. And you know what I'm saying? Even ourselves, we do some stuff ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The first person accountability, you got to hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of that we don't do. It's easy to deflect and try to make everybody else seem like the issue. We can blame the man. We can blame our parents. We kind of come up with a lot of excuses, I realize, as Black people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is just not, if we just take accountability, all right, be like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I need to do to move forward. I think the community could change. But right now, I think we at a point in time where we see something on the horizon finna come, where it's kind of like we seeing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it, where it's like it's a separation happening right now. So you got those who want to come into the knowledge of the truth, and you got those who want to stick to that same old way of doing things. So I think I'm right here now to try to help people get to that new way of truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Believing in yourself, having the knowledge of, all right, especially masculinity, like we were just talking about. I don't care what nobody said. Masculinity is under attack right now. You know what I'm saying? Whether this be from these Jezebels out here who's hypersexual, who, you know what I'm saying, who kind of trying to make everything about sex, like the sexy reds out here. You know what I'm saying? Or the jellybacks like Drake, who hissing up on the Jezebels.
You see that? You see the
that was crazy.
But that's what somebody pointed out. Somebody acknowledged it. I said it before, though. You know what I'm saying? Jezebel loved weak men. You know what I'm saying? She loved the company of it. And weak men kind of flock behind women like that. So y'all pay attention to Drake. Drake been out here painting his nails lately, wearing all kind of weird clothes.
It's the higher ups. It's really, that's how I feel. I hate to be the whole Illuminati guy.
It ain't even Illuminati though. We talking about spiritual forces, wickedness in high places. You know what I'm saying? The Bible talk about this. All spiritual books actually kind of talk about this stuff that's going on right now. We just don't. I don't know if people don't want to believe in these spiritual books, or we just really don't read these books.
You know what? I think it's because folks don't know what to believe at this point. We've been pushed so many different narratives. You know what I'm saying? So do you believe?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then people put their own spin on these spiritual books as well.
Real quick. Not to be rude, man. I want us to make sure we this probably about the biggest crowd we done had in a while. Mm-hmm. Let's communicate with them and see how they feel. How do you guys feel about like the space we in right now in this world? You know, most of us did grow up in churches or having them praying mothers.
He got to eat some cereal.
Hey, I muted this mic. But again, like a lot of us actually was raised up behind praying mothers and going to church 3 or 4 times a week. So as we sit and see these things happen and these transitions happen, like, are y'all afraid to speak about it in public and talk about it on live and podcasts and move in this? Or is just such comfortability where it's like, fuck it, it's gonna happen. Long as it ain't me. But at the end of the day, it kind of feel like it's affecting all of us when we don't speak on it. I know a lot of shit that you say, Spence. You touch people's nerves, especially the women.
I told y'all we'll talk about that in a second. Why that go around, man?
What?
Like women. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's only a certain type of woman that I really grind the nerves of, and that's alpha dominated, strong personality women. You know what I'm saying? And that's because a woman not supposed to be alpha minded, strong personality minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you got two alpha personalities and anything, they gonna clash. You know what I'm saying? So to a certain extent, and I tell everybody I was telling earlier, like masculinity is under attack. And that's our whole Jezebel energy. You know what I'm saying? So Jezebel kind of hate masculinity. That's what her whole purpose is. Her whole purpose is to come for the alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if y'all been paying attention to society, but a lot of masculine men has been coming out of attack. They attacking Trump. They attack that Andrew Tate dude. They even what's her buddy? Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a man get to a platform,
and they be on his.
They still. But that's what I'm saying though. But anytime a man and he started getting a level of clout, you can say it, or following, and people start listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like society coming for men right now, and I think that's the energy in the atmosphere, and that's why they say you do got to be prayed up out here, especially when you're attacking that kind of energy, because people don't believe in like witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up? I
got a segue and a question, and then it's a perfect way to lead in our last panel member that just joined. She come right in while you talking that masculine. She know how she be about that. But one, y'all, when we do season 2, y'all gonna see a lot of Mr. Spencer on Mondays with that masculine energy. No matter if you like what he's saying or whatever, he gonna be doing the lives. But bruh, when is masculine energy too much? When is it like too much?
It ain't never no such thing as too much masculinity. And that's what they say, toxic masculinity or whatever that's people been talking about. Man. Ain't no such thing as toxic masculinity. You can have a lack of masculinity that could become toxic, but you know what I'm saying? If a man operating in the true masculinity, it ain't no such thing that has become toxic. It's just a matter of.
Listen here, do y'all agree with Mr. Spencer? Y'all hear BK? She come right on talking about shit. I mean, it's some real masculine men in here that really agree with.
But I think what they call toxic masculinity is not masculinity at all, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with it is. They try to say, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what was I guess like what cheating men do or something like that. I think they were something about the cheating. The assertiveness that sometimes make it be overbearing. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they talk about how men was beating women or something like that in the past. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's become over exaggerated. They make it seem like in the early days, our mothers was staying with our fathers and he was like beating up, cheating on her. But that was just like false narrative.
That was false narratives now.
That's completely false narrative.
That's not a false narrative.
I'm real big.
It's not. There are women that are women our grandparents' age. There are women older that are coming out and speaking forth and saying that they literally stayed in these relationships because they had no choice.
I'm gonna need you to introduce yourself first and foremost before you come over here with these long ass responses, please.
Hey everybody, I'm BK.
Hey boo.
She like,
hey,
okay. And this the feminine energy too. This is what we deal with every Wednesday. I want y'all to know. It's very refreshing to be around you three. You know what I'm saying? He's extra like I have my little bag.
He is extra masculine, like masculine. But I want to get back to this before I forget what I was about to say. So y'all know most of the time, like I try to get to the root of the issue on things. Those accounts of abuse and things like that happened before are real. Like, you know, and I feel like it's unfair to sit up here and say it's a false narrative.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. You have occurrences that's happened, everything, but it wasn't a norm.
You know what? You got to think about it like this. They tried
to make it seem like every black man was out there, or every man in general was out there.
It's not.
Okay, but it happened. But it happened.
Not every.
It happened.
But there was a there was a vast majority of them that was.
It ain't gonna vast majority. I ain't buying vast majority.
And also, we're not just speaking on black men. We're speaking on all races of men.
We're talking about all men. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All men wasn't just out here beating women.
You got to think about it like this. There was a time period where women couldn't vote. We couldn't own property. We couldn't do nothing.
What was wrong
and
with
this
that?
was illegal.
What was wrong with that?
By law that we couldn't do these things.
But
so if we are
if
women were in the position, are you going to let me finish? If women were in the position to where they couldn't provide for themselves, they couldn't own property, they couldn't have a bank account, they can't own land, they couldn't do shit. What else do they have but to rely on a man?
You said you rely on your father at that point.
This is where the upper hand came in. A lot of men knew this. So, of course, they could treat you any kind of way they wanted to. They could beat your ass on the corner, drag you down the street. And it was shit you can do about it.
I'm coming in right here in the middle. So, here's what I have to say real quick. Now, I don't think what neither of you are saying is 100% wrong, but it's like it was abuse in the home. Like, y'all got to think about the circumstances as to why abuse could even happen in the first place. Like, people were stressed out. People couldn't provide for themselves. Men were turning to alcohol as well as women. Men were leaving the home. Men weren't helping women.
But so that's the majority.
Ooh, that's a good question, bro.
So that's the majority. Majority of our culture and men in general, that's what was the norm for men, huh?
What? Yes, like men struggle.
Where are you getting these? Where are we getting these numbers from to say that's the norm?
What you mean? Where are we getting the numbers from?
And
I will bring you some statistics that I can do.
What'd you say?
He got a good question. We're gonna come back to that though. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all really.
You be cutting us off at the wrong time.
I'll probably be saving the segment. Shit. Hey, real quick though. Like I said, bro, you got Mondays with that type of energy, man. We finna go ahead and get to our first topic, bro, because y'all asses on one, dog.
I kind of want to answer that question though. What is toxic feminine energy?
Well, let's talk about this lady, and then because I feel like we're gonna spend some time.
That's
on this
toxic feminine energy right there.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
That's toxic
and it is
energy right there.
And it is.
It is.
Yes.
Now, at first,
I don't think that's toxic. I don't think that's toxic.
I was advocating for this lady.
And that's toxic. That's toxic mental health.
That's mental health. That's what I was saying. That's more of a mental issue than anything toxic, because we don't really know the complete details of why she even lied.
And then again, it might not even be. I'm kind of leaning more towards toxic because I feel like the bitch went and did that shit to go cheat and get her back blown up. Personally,
I think that probably was the issue from the get-go, but I still don't think that's toxic though.
Why do that? You grown.
That's toxic. Look at all these taxpayers' dollars that this bitch is
sociopath. That's what the problem is. She's a whole sociopath. Like, she crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So that's crazy. That's mental issue.
You didn't threw your wig to the side and convinced me like, oh hell no, she didn't left her wig behind. So somebody had to.
I think that's mental issues. I don't think that's toxic femininity. I think she might.
That's okay.
Huh?
I know some women that think that's okay.
They think what's okay?
It's okay for her to lie like she did. No,
it's something wrong with their ass.
It's still some women out there defending her, and that's toxic femininity right there. If you still out there defending this chick, and something at this point is not only wrong with her, it might be something wrong with you at this point.
And let's take the might out. Take the might out. It is wrong with them, her. because when it I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When that story first came out, I ain't hear all the details of it. It was just like I seen people like praying, like, "Hey, I'm praying that she come back home." In my mind, I'm thinking like praying that she come back home. I'm like, if somebody came up with this divisive scheme to kind of like lure you with a baby, that old girl ain't coming back home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, she gone. You know what I'm saying? So, but then that's what I was thinking too.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, them prayers is good, but I'm like, all right, man, y'all might as well say that for something that's gonna be needed. But then all of a sudden, she like 2 days later, she popped up. I'm like, I'm like, she bad. Then that's when I started looking into the story a little bit more. I'm like, hold on, man, ain't no way. So then once I looked into the story, I'm like, hold on. So she was on a busy intersection. I'm thinking she on a road like Clock Road or something. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's like a dark road where it's only like maybe 1 or 2 cars come every, you know what I'm saying? And then she's seeing somebody walking with a baby or something, and they got her like that. But she on like I-65 or 8094.
Yeah, like
and she the only person who's seen this baby. You know what I'm saying? So for one, that was the first the thing that was kind of like, this kind of a weird story, you know what I'm saying? And then when she popped back up, she ain't go to the police department initially. She popped up back at the crib.
The hoe went home.
Went home. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I'm just like, all right, so that in itself, because you got to think about it. If somebody really do got you captive, as soon as you get away, the first thing on your mind is like, I want to get to help no matter where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
for me.
I'm learning how to work this motherfucking thing.
No, but initially, I was concerned for her. Like at first, and then I think me and Word, we talked about this earlier today because this is before I read the more recent updates on it. Because at first I'm like, even if she did come back or whatever, maybe she just don't want to share what the heck happened to her, and how sometimes the public at this point in time has a sense of entitlement where they feel like they need to know now that it's been publicized, even though she didn't publicize her issue, that we have just a right of entitlement. But after I read the details and she said that they fed her Cheez-Its and played in her hair, I was done.
Now
she
couldn't come up. She could have definitely came up with a better narrative than that.
They fed her Cheez-Its.
I looked now. I didn't know they fed her Cheez-Its. I thought the bitch would bought Cheez-Its from Target.
That's what she did. She bought some snacks or whatever.
I should have downloaded
that. They gave her some snacks. She took the snacks. They say they saw her on camera grabbing the snacks out the back seat.
I want to know what's up with this comment. Amanda said, I think she went and did a 3-way. Did we listen to the full details? I ain't even like,
because it was supposed to be a male and a female that was supposed to be her abductors,
and threw her in the back of a
18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a whore. She a slur.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Like I said, the more it come out, I think it's just some mental illness, man. Like I think she's showing a lot of.
You know what? I don't even want to put it on mental illness because I feel like that's a disrespect to them. With people who genuinely have mental illness,
that just because give a fuck about having people feel stupid. That ain't no
exactly. That wasn't no mental health. That was purely selfish. That was purely self-serving. The bitch, I don't know.
Make you crazy.
She's 20, not trying to be funny, but she in that Gen Z era. You know, they do stupid shit.
And they are weird. And that's what I was saying. So, and I think all of them got some kind of mental illness. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like
that nigga said the whole
I'm telling you that I swear to God, like I don't even be trying to I don't even try to be saying it to be funny. I think Gen Z really is like they was born in a generation where they was on a like
I don't know, because I got nieces and nephews that's in the Gen Z, and I thank God every day that they are normal.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have variables, everything. You ain't gonna have the whole, but I'm saying like when you talk about an era and you say the whole generation, you talking about at least 90% or more of them. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of Gen Z, I think society kind of peaked in the 90s, early 2000s as far as intelligence, and then everything after that we was on the decline. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
And Gen Z was born on the decline. Once they came to the knowledge of themselves, you know what I'm saying? They had technology, which was already dumbing people down. They had reality TV that was dumbing people down. They had all this mumble rap and with no message that was dumbing people down. Like, I don't think they had anything. They had text messages. They stopped playing with each other. So they had no social experiences. So like everything that was designed to dumb us down, Gen Z is like the heart of that. Like that's their whole culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you try to talk to them. I don't know, like if y'all ever talk to somebody just like on some real stuff from that era, Like, dude, I don't.
Weird.
They weird. They weird. They don't got
I ain't
no
even gonna
substance.
say weird because being weird ain't a bad thing. I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a name for them.
Bro, they attention span is short. Like, I swear to God,
Yes.
you can't talk to them more than like 2 seconds before they gotta grab their phone. They gotta look at something. They gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Start doing TikTok dances.
You know what I'm saying? Just weird stuff. But it's just like I don't know, man.
Let me ask this. Do y'all think that they really weird, or do y'all think we're just more mature and more well-rounded than some of the other generations that have come before and after?
We the best. We the most well-rounded.
It's a little of both. It's a little of both.
We've seen all sides of it, so I feel like we're more balanced than everybody else.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I agree. Because we definitely was outside playing, but we also was doing a technology age. Like,
y'all tell them comments up. I see Amanda comment, but how y'all feel about Generation Z? I know we did start off talking about Carlee Russell and all that, but she's a part of the Gen Z community. We think that shit that she pulled just to go get some dick or do a threesome is a man.
Or it could have been for some clout. It could have been clout because, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they live about. They live for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where they want to be TikTok famous. They want to be social media famous. They want to be famous for anything. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know if it was that, because if you looked at her background, like she went to college, she was in like a Divine Nine sorority and all this other stuff. So I would feel like she would have more to lose as far as her reputation wise by lying than she would have to gain.
But I don't think she thought it through. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they think about like, hey, what if I get caught? In her mind, she probably like, no, you know what? This gonna be, I'm finna kill him with this. So you know what I'm saying? They gonna fail.
I don't think she thought it was gonna blow up as big. Because let's be real, they don't look for Black women and children when they go missing. We don't really make national coverage.
I believe that it's so many missing Black women that they don't go looking for because they just automatically assume that they're sex workers or they willingly left and all this other stuff. What's up, James?
Oh, I want to be Mr. Conspiracy Theory for a second. I feel like certain things made my spirit do certain shit. Not in judgment of her, but watching how the news coverage and pictures, for one example, like posting these doctor pictures or whatever she did. And then the next thing you know, they posting this is a picture that they posted. They definitely took her face off. They took her face off of a picture, but they was posting pictures where she looked like this. Now, I know media make certain shit look like certain shit to make you feel sad, to promote it. And they got a whole nother agenda on the other side of the world with shit that's going on they don't want you to notice. Now, I ain't saying that this girl didn't do this, but it's just like kind of crazy that y'all super pushing this on a global scale. Never in the year of niggerdom have y'all never cared this much about a Black person, let alone a Black woman, let alone somebody from Alabama. So again, I'm watching the pictures. I'm watching how they word and stuff. I'm seeing all this other stuff going on in the world that everybody don't be in tune with. And I'm like, is this just a ploy, another ploy to keep most of our focus on this bullshit and not on real shit?
I'll be hearing that conspiracy theory, like what they're trying to blind us from. But honestly, I don't even believe in that no more because what you say, niggerdom. I'm like, man, to a certain extent, niggas are distracted by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, you really don't need to have some grand plot to distract niggas no more. Like they gonna watch sports, they gonna watch reality TV, they gonna watch something stupid. Like they not looking for information anyway. You know what I'm saying? So to a certain extent, whatever they pulling it right out in the open now. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of this stuff they doing in the open nowadays because they know people don't care. You know what I'm saying? They know people are self-distracted. So I don't think they got to go out and do like some kind of MK Ultra.
I feel like they pull on folks that are more awakened heartstrings with this. Because I know for myself, I was distracted by this. Like people who do have an activist heart, people who do actually care about communities, people who do have a heart for Black women and missing Black women and exploited Black women as well. But they did, I don't know if y'all knew this, but they got rid of affirmative action within the last 2 weeks as well.
What does that mean for the people that don't know?
So affirmative action was the laws that were put in place that pretty much made most institutions and things like that make spaces for women and minority people. So it's like, you know how they law, you got to have your quota type of shit when it comes to like women and black folks and different other minorities and things. So they got rid of that. So now different educational institutions, jobs, and all types of institutions, they don't have to hire, they can hire whoever they want, and they don't have to have minority or women there.
I seen that, yeah, because they don't have to hire homosexuals, right?
Right. They can discriminate pretty much against whomever they want to. They don't. And that's
called an affirmative action.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. See, I need to know these technical terms. And this is why we congregate, y'all. This is why we had this concept. I don't know what BK went.
Yeah, I was about to say, where'd she go?
She popping right back in now. Hey, how old was Carlee Russell?
25.
25, Lord.
Oh man.
So she the heart of Gen Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She right there, like full throttle Gen Z.
And you ask yourself, like me to this day, I'm like, I don't want to go viral for this, even for eating ass. Like, like, who wants to go viral and be known for that shit? Gen Z do. Gen Z.
Stop thinking about this.
Because, like I told you, they don't.
Only thing. Y'all ready? Can we? While you say what you say, can we switch to Sukiana?
Oh, go ahead. I don't know.
Man, right? Y'all see that they invited her to like a high school or something like that?
That was Sexy Red.
Oh yeah, y'all talk about Sukiana.
Who invited Sexy Red to a school?
She was only giving out like prom dresses and helping girls and stuff. She wasn't performing.
Okay.
No, from what I've seen, it looked like she was finna perform.
No, she didn't perform.
When she walked into the gym or something like that.
Giving out prom dresses though.
You talking about when she walked into the gym? It looked like she was at a pep rally or something.
Yeah, I mean they gonna welcome her in, but she was there to help young ladies and help
they don't want to see our future be better, bro. You think about it, man. From the NWA.
Was that the high school that she went to?
I don't know.
Yeah, she was at a high school.
She said that she gave out bundles and
high school. This booty hole brown.
Right. She shouldn't be at nobody high school, bro.
Yeah, she could be at a college. I get that, but a high school.
She shouldn't even be at a college. Like, I don't think no college institute of higher learning should be like, hey, we won't miss my booty hole brown to come up here and talk to our individuals. Like, come on, man. Like, what is this world coming to, bro?
She gave out hair bundles and haircuts, and I think that's dope. But at the same time, even just seeing the video, like, that ain't cool. I don't give a fuck how many excuses.
I mean, okay, now let me play devil's advocate here. Now, you done sat up here and talked about other artists that have done the same thing, and you was talking about, well, people got to do what they got to do to get a bag. So now, this is what she had to do to get a bag.
Say it again. You had cut off on my end.
I said, now you are condemning this woman at this point in time where you have promoted, the girl with the condom in the head.
Well, I didn't promote her. I did promote her.
But you advocated like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do when you from the head.
I get your point. Though. I get.
Okay, all I'm saying is be fair.
I gracefully bow out, but
she from the hood too. So sometimes you gotta. But I wish she had not chose those lyrics because unfortunately those lyrics live in my fucking head, and
it's not the lyrics. It's the vibe. But just seeing her come out and the first thing she doing, whether these is 17 and 18-year-olds finna graduate, I just don't think it's cool.
She's a good role model.
Yeah, like
that age group.
She could have came. Yeah. It ain't her job to do that, but then why put her in that predicament? It's like,
how old is she? Do y'all know how old she is?
I'm pretty sure she ain't
no Gen Z.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's the thing though. Like, I don't think they want. I think this is what society want. I think they want our generation of women to turn into a bunch of Sukianas and Sexy Reds and everything. Like, you see, they got rid of any music that seemed like it remotely had anything positive to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They kind of got rid of it. Like the powers that be, they don't even push mainstream R&B really like that no more. You don't have no more Jill Scotts. You don't have no more Lauryn
They don't want us to be in love with each other.
That and they don't want a positive image of I used to think they was just confining it to the black community, but now it seems like it's everybody.
Oh no, it's everybody. It ain't just us.
And it's not, and that's why I was telling them, like, people were talking about in these little groups.
Man.
Huh?
They want us to destroy ourselves. The more and more crime, the more and more diseases. That's the only way I see it. Like, they want us to be as dumb as possible.
That's why I said that Gen Z was born in a dumbed down era.
They also want us to be divided, like white and black people, Mexicans, everybody. We all need to come together and understand that the fight was never supposed to be a race fight. It's always been us po folks, quote unquote, versus the elite. They're the problem.
I always think it was meant to be a race problem. That's what the whole colonialism movement is. That's what a whole brought our asses over here is.
I mean, it to a certain extent, yeah. But the reason why I say this is because once they abolished quote unquote slavery, they sent for their poor. They sent for the Irish to come over here. They sent for the people that they were quote unquote white to come over here because they wanted to cause a divide. They made it to where their people felt like, oh well, we're white. Like, think about it.
Okay,
they didn't have the term white.
Saying, but let me correct you here. So the Irish, the German, some of the German folks, some of the Asian folks were already here during slavery. The thing was,
I know that
were being paid to do it.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, when everything ended, there was no terms of white and black. You were English, you were wherever the fuck you were from. But to cause a deeper divide and to cause us to have more issues, they put race into it. When in actuality, we all in the same position.
I'm having a hard time following. You say they put race in position to cause a divide when we're all, I don't understand what you mean.
Played more, not so much put it into it. They made it a bigger deal when we knew how, to a certain extent, we could work together. The poor was poor, period, whether he was black or white. But once they started making the poor white people feel like they were better than us because they were white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, to build their own numbers because they were still declining back then.
It's always about their numbers. If we can help,
it's always going to be about their numbers.
About the higher ups numbers, not the color. So let's not make that like a big drag.
But color, white.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to get out of this color thing. Like, we all in the same. To a certain extent, we're gonna have to.
Real quick, I see Aaron. He said thank you. He appreciate the knowledge that we give him. He part of Generation Z. I didn't want him to dip off and not.
No problem, boo.
I like that, brother.
Oh, definitely.
I'm glad that we can help. And that don't mean we.
Thank you for being receptive to the knowledge.
So many people are not. So many young folks are not. But I want to just say this, and I'm not saying that y'all wrong. Real quick, let me just make this point. I'm not saying that y'all wrong when it comes to them using race. Like, we all was poor, black and white. But it's not even about the financing part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were property. People with dark skin were property. We were never people. So whether they paid the white folks over to come over as indentured servants or not, yes, they accepted them and gave them a power dynamic, which is colonialism and white supremacy. That's what built everything up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what created that divide. So it's not necessarily just racism.
Oh, definitely not.
It's colonialism and white supremacy. Like, they believe white is right. Like, they put it in all of our media. They put it in everything that we've been exposed to. Like, so to say, like, even segregation, like, you know, they did create that divide. That's what the divide is. I don't think it has to do with any kind of socioeconomic status. Yes, we're poor, but that's strategic. But it's also all to uplift white supremacy. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
When this though, when do we stop even worrying about that? Because that's gonna always exist. Like, how do we get over it?
Well, I do think we all need to come together. I do think we need to mitigate that part. But white folks, I believe, have to identify. They have to identify.
They gotta own their shit. That's not even sugarcoated.
So it's called allyship, and it's something that's not performative. Like, and what they also have to do is understand that they have to build reparative frameworks. Means they gotta fix the shit that they people did before.
They come out white jeans coming out. Do they have to really?
Yes, just how we have to appease everything, our people's past sins, our past fuck ups, our past trauma and shit like that. They gotta fix that shit too. That's the only way. Because ain't no person of color.
I told you I think differently about all of that kind of stuff because I think they were just talking about it like it's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime you put race in anything, you dumb it down to the science of this earth. You know what I'm saying? So you take away a person's knowledge of who they truly are, they true power, which is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people rob you of your spiritual identity. If you know who you are spiritually, you don't have to feel inferior to no race of people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the knowledge of our people that they don't understand that, all right, yeah, they robbed us. Like we came in, and if you look at, even like we said, go back to spiritual, all spiritual word talk about this. Like my people are enslaved because of lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like our people was kind of put us, themselves in a position to become even enslaved to a whole nother society. And then, like I said, we still live in the fruits of that, of course, where it's like, all right, we've been here 400 years. So we're not truly genuinely free until, okay, we're not going to ever create a society in America where you just be like, oh, it's black dominant and everybody just happy and equal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to never happen because we are a minority. No matter how, it's 200 million some white people in America. This country was made by white people for white people. But at the same time, they don't have dominion over your soul. They don't have dominion over you going to progress or not in life right now. We don't have those same barriers.
So you don't think systemic racism is real?
No, that's in your mind because that's what, if they plant systemic racism in your soul, now you believe systemic racism. So now you're going to produce that. You see what I'm saying? Like
I don't believe that's true. The only reason
it is true because we don't have anything. It ain't only thing that's keeping you from achieving anything that you want right now is the fact that you got to believe in your mind that systemic racism can stop you.
No, the only thing that's preventing
I knew that person that was gonna turn this motherfucker up.
Hold on, just let me make this comment. As a person that works in a professional space, if a white person decided today, I'm not gonna put you in that room because you're black in a majority white space, they can stop that shit.
No, they can't. They can't. If you genuinely want, if a person genuinely want to be in that space, we had a black president. Man, we had a whole black president already. So
that was him.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that's what
him.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. They chose him, but it happens. That's what I'm saying. Like Obama, no matter how much I disagree with Obama had a strong belief in himself. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who
didn't have no fucking strong belief in himself. That nigga got handpicked.
If you believe
that nigga, you gonna be the fucking president.
If you believe in the power,
choosing him to be president.
If you believe in the power of man, above what you believe in the power of God, then you already wrong. So if you telling me that, yes, it do. How do it not?
And white people having the power dynamics to put people.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you want to be in a position and you be like, God, this is the position for me, and I'm going to strive to believe this. So that's not a spiritual law.
God takes care of me.
So you saying white people trump spiritual law?
What I'm saying, due to my belief systems, I strongly believe my belief systems put me in the rooms that I'm in, and I also feel like it's a part of my destiny to be walking the walk that I'm walking.
So why white people didn't stop that though?
Can I interject?
Hold on. Being in the rooms that I'm in, I can see these white power dynamics at play, and they pick and choose who they want in these spaces.
That's with anything, but that's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna stop somebody who genuinely be in that space.
I get what he's saying.
Yes, they can.
He talking on a spiritual level. He talking about beyond the control that white person has because of the power or seat that he sits in. He say when you start, hey, this is what this nigga saying. This is what I'm hearing. You said it before too, P, and I want to say BK. You said it before too, because we all spiritual. Although them people can do it by doing some conniving shit, when you genuinely in it and you ain't giving it that power or that energy, it ain't shit they can do to stop you in that position.
Can't nobody stop you.
But think about how many people, but they can in certain dynamics.
But think how many even look at it this way too. Look how many people
in this conversation, how many of us are lost spiritually?
But look at it this way too. The slaves, even when there was a system in place where right and slavery, you know what I'm saying? There was some people slaves who back then who was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be a slave. You know what I'm saying? And the universe create atmospheres and they create environments for those people who believe in themselves. So forces gonna have to come together. Whenever you have a strong belief in yourself, the forces that be gonna come together to make sure whatever it is that you strongly believe is gonna belief system. But that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. They don't have that problem. So if you teach spirituality, you get rid of that whole stronghold of that what y'all saying the white man has. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying what we need to focus on, not what the white man can do. We need to focus on, all right, don't worry about what they can do. Focus on your strong.
Know where we come from.
But see, that's what I'm
saying. What racism and white supremacy is intentional because they intentionally robbed us of our culture and our heritage. So we don't know what the fuck we doing so they can keep their power dynamics in place.
That's what I'm saying, sis.
That's what we saying.
And y'all just kind of
we said y'all basically are saying the same shit just in different ways.
Few of us that are awakened that are able
Japanese,
to be able to pull It's very few of us that can even try to pull that energy to be able to open the doors spiritually to be able to walk into these spaces.
But if we know spiritually that power is there, why would we focus on the latter problem, which is white supremacy? Why, if we know,
majority,
but
because we have majority of people that are not spiritually in tune with these powers, so it's affecting them.
That's what we need to talk
about. Then it's affecting all of us collectively.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why we need to focus more on the powers that be than the powers that are. You see what I'm saying? Like they already operate. They understand that. Okay, we know we got this strong code.
We can't even agree on spirituality and religion, let alone. Trying to work.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's what I'm saying. But that comes from within, though.
It's impossible for that to happen.
No, it's not because that comes from within. What you say?
I said, and people call ATRs, African traditional religions, witchcraft, and that is evil and shit like that. But that's where we come from. We can't agree on what we supposed to.
But why do you need to agree? If you got a belief, like I tell people, like everybody don't have to necessarily believe in what I believe in. The power is in believing. So you know what I'm saying? Like that will lead that to God. At the end of the day, if it's a higher power that be who kind of want to express himself to his people, he gonna have to let you know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like if we get our people to focus more on seeking within knowledge and seeking their higher powers, they wouldn't have to worry about systemic racism. They wouldn't have to worry about feeling inferior.
Do that with the amount of propaganda. You don't even know if them pictures of Kanye is even Kanye.
So no, that's what I'm saying. So they got they got a strong code, and right now you're not gonna save everybody. The only people you can save is the few who willing to listen right now.
Willing to listen.
But listen to what? We can't even trust each other as a people.
Don't trust each other. Yeah. Trust God. Trust God, man. Right. That's what if you can't trust, it ain't about trust.
And that's so easy to say trust God, but who is God? Which religion is correct? What spiritual path is correct?
But that's what I'm saying. Like you got that's a journey that a person got to take within.
I trust my senses.
Right about that. That I agree.
And the energy that you guys possess and how you deal with each other, it's like that's what I go off of in anything now. Sis says, man, it was a lot of good comments. Y'all was going crazy at the moment. You know, I gotta play referee. Amanda said they don't want us black people to be in control. I think it's bigger than black people. I think they don't want good people with a moral compass, people who want to see everybody. Because again, if we keep making this a black-white thing, then it's always gonna be that. I'm gonna do what V said, and I'm never gonna say white supremacy again.
No, I don't believe in no white supremacy, man. That even by saying white supremacy, that make you inferior. You know what I'm saying? Like it's indirectly make you inferior by saying white supremacy.
Hey,
it's a term that's used, and that's what people understand. It don't necessarily reflect whether or not somebody believes in that concept.
But it's subconscious though. On the subconscious level, when you say white supremacy, that must mean everybody else is inferior. and people feel that way.
That's not what my personal meaning is. And I don't like it when people take little words you say and weaponize it like that. You know what
because
I'm saying?
That is what, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to take it for face value. If it say supremacy, what is supremacy mean?
What would you say? What would you say when you're referring to the institution of white supremacy as it's called? What do you refer to it as?
But I don't refer to that. I don't see that institution. That's what I'm saying. Like, but maybe if this was 40, 60, if this was 60 years, like I told you, like the world transitioned because white supremacy honestly never existed. It was always in its physical plane. And like I said, this physical plane not real. Whatever's in this is built up off
so pretend like it's not happening.
But then you can't pretend though. That's what I'm trying to tell. Like when Kanye West said our people chose to be slaves, our people kind of really did choose to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? So to a certain extent, we can't say that, okay, we got a power within ourselves, that it's a power there, and then say that, okay, that.
Oh shit, hold on.
What happened?
Did this nigga just say that for real?
What? I didn't even hear what he said because Spirit cut this screen off.
Hey, you willing to start over?
I'll let you say it
again. Hey,
what's that?
I know y'all kind of clowning, but to a certain extent, I agree with what he said and what Kanye just said. Our people chose to remain slaves. Just like today, we still are slaves. We may not have physical shackles on our feet and hands, but the shackle on our brain is still there.
The choice that Black folks had to make was freeing themselves and risking their children and their families being murdered.
That's a choice, yeah.
Because at this time, you still got fucking house niggas out here that's telling on the people that's trying to rebel.
Hey, they said.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know if they talking about you or Kanye, or they said he an artificial.
The one that's out now is for damn sure.
So what I'm saying is, like, just think of us today. If y'all got kids, I don't know, Richard, if you got kids or not. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? So to choose to not be a slave when majority of your community is choosing to remain because they don't want their kids and their families to be murdered. Like, what do you do?
But what would you rather be? Would you like to say what America stood on some stuff, and that's why I say I kind of agree with like white men said when they kind of broke away from Britain. They said, "Give me liberty or give me death." So what would you rather stand on? Would you rather live 400 years saying being oppressed, being beat, being told that you're less than a man, or would you just rather set yourself free by saying, "Okay"? No, I'm saying in general, human, less than a human. We can say human.
I'm not gonna let nobody murder my children.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. So if
so you're making the choice to remain a slave. Me personally, me and man, we up out of here. I'd rather us go be on the physical plane than in bondage.
More than me rebelling at this time, I definitely would have been on board. But if I'm the only nigga out here and all these other people scared behind me and I ain't got no motherfucking team, I ain't saying shit.
That's a choice though. It's a choice.
I mean, it's your choice. See, me personally, I'm a one-man army. I don't need no motherfucking team. Fuck you. Fuck anybody else who don't want to ride with me. I'm riding by my goddamn self.
So what you saying? Master came to you talking about if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna murk your kids.
And man, kill me and my kids, bitch, because I ain't shutting the fuck up. I'd rather give me death than give me fucking slavery any day. Look, I know it's a better place. I'd rather on the spiritual realm than in this motherfucker. So,
because that's what the people
and I got a natural warrior spirit that dwells in me. So
did niggas even know it's the spiritual realm because all that shit was stripped from us. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and yes, it was stripped from us.
You can't, but you can't strip
it took. But you got to think about.
All right, so this is when I mute them. Hey, you guys, I appreciate all you guys that are commenting back and forth. She had a very dope comment that I want to read for a second. Fred Hampton had the right idea when he got all the races to see the real problem and changed black power to all power to the people. That's why they got rid of that brother. I
agree with her.
And I don't agree with a lot of shit Rich say, but at the end of the day, when you get to the bottom of what he's saying, it be truth. That's again where I think the white supremacies and all this black shit should be thrown out the window. When Katina
you can throw it out the window, but what I'm saying is, at a person that be in rooms where these motherfuckers got big power, this shit is real. The power exists. That's why we ain't fucking came together. That's all I'm saying.
The power's not in the room. The power is in the people. You got to get the people.
Okay, but the people ain't coming together.
It don't come. Unfortunately, it don't come together overnight. It ain't baby steps. That shit do take a sacrifice of time. I don't.
Well, fuck that. How much more fucking time do we need? We went through 400 years of slavery. We done went through 100 years of reconstruction. We went through the 60-some, 70-some fucking years of the Jim Crow era. Now we in the dumb era. How much more
So I apologize. I just be wanting to talk every now and then. This is why we got this community of us talking, you guys. This is the start. This don't take a week or a month, a year. We might be 60 when we got 60 people following us and getting an understanding of what we're trying to grow at. For us to keep saying the same shit over and over again, I don't want to keep saying that shit. We know it started with white people with their foots on our neck, and then it turned into some other shit. I'm sure they didn't think as black people we was gonna come up the way we is. I want to talk about something else for a second, y'all. Can we go to a different energy? I love y'all. I'm finna bring y'all back up. I love y'all.
No problem.
Cause they don't got power over us. And I'm saying this to you, P. With you, with our situation, this is what we're building. We're building you power outside of that.
100%. But I must say this, and I agree with. I don't think nobody on this panel is wrong 100%, because I can see where everybody is coming from with this shit. But this agreement and us not being able to disagreement and us not being able to come to a balance of what's right is wrong is not fucking bringing us together. And this is why we're still divided.
But it take you to be able to have a conversation with a person. They got to see it sometimes in leadership. We
don't listen as a people. We don't listen to each other.
We doing it now?
Are we? Because we was just all yelling our points.
And that's why I stepped in. That's why I stepped in as a leader on the panel. Y'all all leaders. We all leaders on the show. As a leader that noticed that everybody else wanted. I step in and point it out. Hey, no, I'm listening, y'all. I'm catching. I like what Rich said. We got to do this. We got to be able to agree and disagree respectfully in public, just like this. And then it'll go from high value, half value, low value. Absolutely. Next thing you know, everybody else following our lead. But we can't quit. It can't be next month. Oh, this shit ain't turned out how we want it.
No, I'm not saying quit, but I'm just addressing like the bigger issue. I'm just pointing that out. Like, we all cool. I agree with some of what Spencer said. I agree with what BK was saying. I agree with some of the shit you were saying, because it needs a well-rounded answer. And I appreciate being able to have this conversation publicly.
Is there really a right answer though?
It's not a right answer at all.
It's not a right answer.
It's a collection of right answers that come together, and just like to make it
everybody's experience is different.
Right.
So everybody's going to have a difference of opinion, but we need to find some common language that we can gather around, so everybody know what the fucking rules is. Everybody know what the guidelines are, and we ain't violating no motherfucking body. That's what I think it is.
That's a great point, Katina. She said, think of COVID. A lot of us gave in and got vaccinated. Easy.
I didn't. I was jobless.
I damn sure didn't.
Because of that.
Did you get vaccinated, Spence?
Man, don't even insult me like that. No, man, that's like I told you, that was a choice, but they used that out of fear. The same thing, like I said, it was a fear. Some people, they like old buddy in the NBA who was like, "Hey, I don't want to do this." You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, you had one person who was like, "I don't want to do it," who was like, "Man, I don't want to do it." They peer pressure and he gave in, like, "Man, all right, I got to do it. I gotta make these millions." Kyrie sat out. He was like, "You know what? I'm not gonna do it." You know what I'm saying? No matter how much money I lose, no matter what they try to take from me, you know what I'm saying? So exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Once again, it boils down to what you willing to stand on. Some people,
how long you willing to stand on it? Because see,
right?
Integrity.
Stand alone. That's sometimes all
people, you know what, P, you hit it. People are scared to stand alone. People are scared to be that person that sparked the flame. Everybody want to jump on when the flame is burning, but nobody want to spark it.
I mean, y'all, but I agree with that too, because even with myself, and I think me and Worthy touched on this a little bit. Like, ain't nobody at the crib out here.
What you eat?
Some chicken.
Look at step off.
I am eating some chicken. Anywho, like even with this black farming shit, I tell another person from where we from, I'm a farmer. Bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit's scary. But people are even unwilling to listen. And people that are leaders like us within here, even with our own individual opinions, a lot of us are afraid to stand and express an unpopular opinion because they are afraid that they'll get jumped on.
Just get a backlash.
Yes, or the backlash about it. And then it's like you're standing on this hill and you're dying on it by your damn self. Ain't even nobody gonna come and throw a little dust in the dirt on your ass. You know,
and I think that comes with the spiritual knowledge as well, though, because once you come into a knowledge of self and you come to knowledge of the truth and you come to knowledge of just a higher power, you kind of realize that
But who's teaching this? This is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's being taught everywhere, but people not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
To watch P face every time Richard say something.
That's what I'm saying. Like
every time this
y'all, it's being taught. Kind of like what old buddy said. Like a lot of these teachers, y'all not looking for them though. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all keep looking for the same people, if you listen.
Oh, let me listen. Let me hear you out.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if you looking for the same people who gonna agree with you, you're just gonna keep getting more of the same. No. It's knowledge out there. It's knowledge out here. Everything that we talking about. Our knowledge of self. It's talking about knowledge of religion. It's talking about knowledge of a higher power. It's not gonna never be taught on a main level though, because like you just said, it is things involved that's got a chokehold on our people.
I'm glad you're enjoying it tonight, Amanda. Hey,
right.
Anybody else who's enjoying Church in a While tonight, y'all feel free to shut it live real quick. Comment, help the algorithm shake so we can make some noise.
So I want to say this, and I just want to know what you think about this. So we know who controls the printing and the publishing of our books, correct? We all know that religion is a big business. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct too.
A false prophet is a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? Even as me, I don't practice mainstream Christianity, but it's people within what I practice that intentionally read these books and peddle this shit out and be whole ass frauds. It's fraud ass fucking pastors in the Christian church. It's fraud ass whatever they called in the Muslim church. It's all it is. So who's teaching the truth? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all still looking for men to create a. In general, that's what you. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what you're saying, though. You're saying, okay, you're saying the book. You're saying the man, this false prophet. What I'm trying to tell you, if you believe in a higher power and you believe that it's,
you got to look through man.
That's what I'm saying. You got to. It's within God. If God you got to think about it. If God created us, we know we're not here just by accident. I hope most people know that. So if you know, if it's a higher power that's out there, he got a certain responsibility to teach you the knowledge of the truth. So if you really want the knowledge of the truth, they said those who seek shall find. A lot of people, we really pay attention to what we seek, and we're not seeking the truth. We seek everything else. We're doing entertainment. We're doing a lot of stuff that we're not really focused on. Right? I want to know the genuine truth of my purpose. I'm going to get into this my quiet spot.
What I'm saying is, it's such a distrust because you're telling people in the same.
But you can't. You distrust. You got to trust God. That's what we're going back to. Like even if you don't even get a book. Even if you don't read the Bible, if you go to a corner, you be like, God, I want to know the truth.
How do you learn to listen to yourself? Somebody had to teach you. Somebody had, because we've been conditioned so hard, bro. There's not people out here that's talking about how to actually tune into yourself.
But that's what I'm saying. But then if those who do know how to do it, you got to learn how to do it. If you're seeking the truth, but see, then a lot of times, sometimes the truth will be presented to us, and if we don't agree with it, we'll be like, you know what, that's not the truth. I'm going to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff, whether it's in the Bible, whether it's in Muslim, like if you be like, hey God, I want to know the truth, and God be like, I read this book, and we read this book, and they be like, well, I don't agree with this because man wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you just kind of, like I said, now you leaning on your own understanding.
That's
so a lot,
true, but you
so a lot of times is like, are we really willing to acquiesce to the truth? Are we really willing to?
If I read this comment, do y'all? You don't mind if I read that comment? When you're highly connected, the universe will send you your people.
I agree.
100%.
And that's what I believe too. So like, if you sit down and be like,
why are you saying what you saying, P? I'm sorry.
What I'm saying, I said I agree with her comment, is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, everybody's not chosen, bro. Everybody's not chosen.
Right.
So if you
and it's up for the people that are actually chosen to do their due diligence,
but see, that's what I'm
learn
saying,
the knowledge, and to share it and to spread it.
Hypothetically speaking, like we just said, like it's people like us, you know what I'm saying, that feel like we're awakened to a certain degree, that are still fucking afraid to speak their truth. So now they gotta die.
That's a them problem at that point.
But you are if you are, it's difficult. It's how many? I don't know if y'all been going through other spiritual journeys. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay hard to keep up. It's hard, bro.
It is.
And when you don't have. Sometimes it takes a little bit long, and you don't know what the fuck is happening. Yes, you listening to God, but if you've been conditioned like, oh, this voice is fucking mental illness.
So guess what? This your moment. This your moment. God sending 3 voices that told you, plus the motherfucker sitting out there telling you.
But you say don't listen to people.
Whatever you
I don't understand.
Stop being afraid of it.
I don't understand. That's
what's stopping you. Whatever you afraid of.
I'm not afraid of shit at this point, is what I'm saying. This ain't about me. This is not my personal struggle. What I'm saying is I'm speaking for the majority of other folks' experiences.
And I'm speaking from that end too. I'm saying I'm that guy. I've been that guy. And at times I've had to check myself and say, fuck that. I gotta believe. And then that's all it takes. All it takes is for me to have.
But what I'm saying, people are not as evolved as we are. If we're talking about community here,
they got to get better. Like we can't keep babying them because they're not there.
What? I get what you're saying.
How do we get this information out to those folks that are dealing?
It's not for everybody. That's what I keep trying to tell you. Everybody not gonna get it. Everybody not gonna catch on.
She's not speaking on the people who don't get it or who don't want to get it.
But then
she's
the ones who don't get it,
on the people who want to know. But how can they get it?
Pull up Belita's comment. Okay. Pull up Belita's comment right here. She said she's saying somebody needs to trust somebody to even start to believe and have faith. So yes, false prophets are a huge fucking problem. That's all.
Not necessarily though, because like I told you,
you have to be when you're trying.
Because the false prophets gonna lead. They gonna lead astray the ones who was already supposed to have been led astray.
Being lied to. It's also a fucking condition. When you're in a fucking society where nothing around you seems fucking real, what are you supposed to believe?
You're supposed to isolate yourself from that society.
You can't.
How? You can't fucking survive.
You can't survive.
No, though. Like
how?
As a person, do you believe everything you're told? Like the sky's gray.
No, discernment. But I had to learn. Somebody had to tell me about fucking discernment.
Well, it's different for all of us because I was sitting in the church house as a kid not believing half the shit motherfucker said.
Oh, how did you learn? How did you learn what discernment was? How did you even know what to research to learn what the fuck discernment
y'all
was?
Just taught me what discernment was like 2 weeks ago, but morally.
Okay, but you trust us. You need to trust somebody to believe that shit, right?
No, I trust my spirit.
You got to trust your spirit. That's what it come down to.
That run through me, like when dealing with y'all three. This nigga a dickhead, but I trust the spirit. I know that he don't want to lead none of his people astray, even if it's the way he talking is like crass as a masculine man. I believe in the spirit. I know you want to do right by people, even if you're not perfect. So I trust that you're gonna be human at some point, but I'm not believing in everything. I don't believe everything.
That's true. And what I'm saying, like Katina just said in the comments, some of us are born with it. Many of us are not, and they have to choose that. And so many of us, they can't trust us.
So that go back to you can't save everybody that's drowning.
But we're supposed to be building community, and we need community.
But community is going to be the people, the like-minded people. A community is a bunch of people who like-minded. That's all community is. The people who don't get it
true.
don't get
but
it.
we have people who think like us, who want to think like us, but are afraid to. Yes, they have to go through the self and get the self-awareness and everything like that. But at the same time, they may be scared to approach the community. They may not know the words to say it. They spirit may lead them to us, but they sitting there looking like, oh shit, now what do I do? I'm here, but I don't know. I can't speak up. I'm scared.
Well, that's internal conflict.
No, that's trauma. That's
that's a problem right there. It's not just an internal conflict. It's a community problem as well, because we have to.
Though, if you already saying that,
because we have to make people comfortable with coming to us.
But then you just said you don't trust people, though.
It's trust, but it's also comfortability. Like me, I suffer from social anxiety. I hate talking to people. This is the most that I feel comfortable talking with people, because I feel like, okay, we're spreading knowledge, we're spreading stuff that people need to know. I'm not a people person. In person, if you walk up to me and try to talk to me, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get no conversation out of me, because I don't do people.
I feel like,
but somebody else will, though. But that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, but let me finish. I said all that to say this. That is something that I'm coming out of, because that's a detriment to our community.
That's what I was
It may be somebody who has more knowledge of something that I may need, but here I am, this person has approached me and I don't want to talk to them.
But then that's your problem. And not saying that in a negative response, but all of us are sheep, and it's a shepherd for every sheep. And if your shepherd come to you and you turn it away, that's on you. Like spiritually, you got after trusting people and man failing you so much, why not trust the spirit?
But how you even know what spirit is when they teach you that shit's mental illness, fam?
Hey, well,
who taught you that?
You went to school? What did you? Y'all act like y'all ain't been indoctrinated by the damn public school system.
Like I said, sometimes you got to learn what to absorb and what to.
All I'm asking is, how do you learn it?
You got to go within. That's what I gotta tell everybody, man. It takes some quiet time.
Okay, you know what? I get what you're saying, Richard, to go within. But basically, Portia was basically let's say it like this in easier terms. What Portia is basically saying is, tell me the same way you would teach a child how to go within. Absolutely. You could tell a child to go within, but that motherfucker don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so if we're gonna let's break down.
That type of knowledge is in the same position as a child. They have no idea what the fuck we talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. We're talking in general terms right now among people who saying we know what we're talking about. But okay, we breaking it down to layman's term. Going within means you got to isolate yourself. Everybody who was on a spiritual journey always do
pray, meditate, isolation mentality.
And that's what I'm saying. And so think about it. Jesus had to go through a 40-day. He separated it from his people. Muhammad, every strong leader that you ever had, a spiritual leader.
You read a fucking book that most people don't.
That's what I'm saying. And you gotta read. That's the only way you can.
But that's also getting back to what Portia was saying. How the fuck are we going to read books that are made by man?
But see, that's where the seeking coming in.
But Richard, you gotta quit cutting us. You gotta quit cutting us off. You don't know where I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not letting me finish.
Because y'all ain't even let me finish my main thought there. My main thought was because, like I said, I wasn't done with just the
majority of the night. I really ain't
with the meditation part. That's what I'm saying. Like we said, you got to go within. You asked, they said, what is going within? So we just said, all right, you got to isolate yourself. Isolation is the biggest part because now you're not dealing with man. You're not dealing with voices from the outside world. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with you, yourself, and God. So at that point, now
if you believe in God, you also believe in demons and shit as well, right? Because those things also
but who are you going? But that's what I'm saying. Do you trust God or not? If you saying God, I want to know you, or God, I want to get a stronger understanding of self, and you saying I'm going to go on this journey
into those same spaces.
But that's what I'm saying is, who do you trust God enough to say that He gonna lead you into the knowledge of the truth? If you don't trust God, then that's a problem in itself.
Maybe I'm not agreeing with you because you're coming from a Christian perspective, and I don't think like
that. It's not even Christian. It's like I said, it's a spirituality. It's spirituality in general. If you don't trust your God, whatever God,
I get
if
what
you don't believe in any God strong enough to,
you can meditate, you can isolate, you can pray, and you can still have demon spirits coming to you, talking to you in the same voice of God. So now you got bullshit that you're also dealing with, and extra ass shit, as well as the voice of God guiding you. That's what we're saying. So now what do? Now how do we just get to know which voice is which voice? This is other stuff that she's touching on. We y'all just basically on the surface. It's deeper than just going.
It's not deeper than surface. It goes into, do you believe in God or not? So that's what I'm saying. Like
we've already established.
So if you believe in God and you believe God gonna leads you into the knowledge of the truth, why would you question that? Why would you question? If you believe that, okay, I'm saying it's a higher power, and I believe that this higher power is controlled of created everything in this world. He created me, he created you, he created the trees, whatever else, and he created all of this stuff with a purpose. So if I'm saying, I'm going to this creator saying, hey, I might not know you right now, but I'm gonna isolate myself. I want to get to know you, and I want you to lead me into all truth, and I'm gonna believe in that. So if you haven't done that, and then you giving all these what if scenarios, like you don't trust God.
No.
Like, what do you not trust about that? Why would you not trust a creator?
I think it's a more deeper conversation, because you also have to define what lens you're looking at who God is out of.
Even if you don't know God, even though if you say we know it's a creator,
God. You can
but that's what I'm saying. You said you don't know who God is.
And God is all encompassing. God is good.
Okay,
God is
so
God is demons, God is everything. It's all about your spirit within yourself, the energy that you put out yourself. So you know what I'm saying? If my mind is not right.
So you said you practiced it.
This evil shit that's been around me, which is my fucking environment. Sometimes you draw that fucking energy to yourself. And yes, it's God. It could be a aspect of God that's showing up. And isolation is not always good for folks.
So you saying you practice that? Where do you practice that from? Where do you get this knowledge from then?
I am a devotee of Ifa. I am also
okay. So what do they say about that then?
I am not a priest or a priestess.
But that's what you practice though.
That my whole thing is, I think that God is multifaceted.
So I'm saying, what does your religion say about it?
Listen here, because what we're not about to do is put me on trial about my beliefs.
I'm asking you what your beliefs.
Talking about is
I'm asking you, where did you get it from?
The thing is, I believe that there's.
Hold on, hey, Pete.
Hold on, James. Let me
y'all. Look, y'all, the energy. I'm trying to get.
The energy is good. We can have a good heated debate. I'm not angry or anything. I'm just hella passionate right now.
When you start talking about a religion, I'm finna ask you what that religion is. Y'all going back and forth.
What I'm not about to do is this is what I'm saying. I think that God is multifaceted. If you put God in one box and think that he's just all good, you're crazy. Because if that's the case, a lot of fucking conditions that we have on this earth would not fucking exist.
I'm asking you, where do you read though to get this knowledge from?
There's let's see, what do I have back here? I can't really think
asking about
heated, but I will give you a book list and I will put it in the chat.
But I'm saying, but what do it say about what you're saying right now then?
That God is multifaceted?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All things. So there's a such thing as Orishas. So God resides in, it's a very animism based religion. So God is in the water, God is in the air that we breathe, God is in the sun, God is in our anger, God is in the thunder, God is in fire, God is in trees, and these are all known as different entities.
So that's what I'm saying. So
and bad.
But what I'm saying is, like, to answer your questions and everything else, what is the old God or the Bible, or not even the Bible, the religion that you practice? What does it say about circumstances like this?
It's not a religion.
That's what I'm saying. The practice. I'm saying, what do the practice say to do when you have times like this, when you're trying to know the truth? And so if that practice saying this is the truth, that God is in the trees, the thunder, the water, and all of this, like, what is the things? So that's what I'm saying. But what is the end goal?
But God also resides in people, but people are not like, I can't really say it right now. And I think it's because I'm too hyped up about it right now.
Yeah.
But the religion that I said is called Ifa, I-F-A.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the end goal? Like, what is the whole, like, when you having these internal conflicts?
Like, you come down and you have a mission that you have to complete when you get here. And it's not
so
you choose your path on the other side. And
so who helping you complete this mission though? So the God don't help you complete this mission?
And the gods that are around you and the energies that are around you. But you
so then that's what I'm saying. Like,
you are robbed of your memory. and the things that and it's also heavily based in ancestral veneration, and you fixing, and it's based in community. It's a community.
So how do you fix yourself though? If you memory raised, you don't.
I can't answer that for you at this time because I really can't think clearly because I'm super passionate. But if we can have a one-on-one conversation when we doing our shit, and we can talk about it more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not quick on the fly, because I feel like God is much more than just a single faceted being. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're wrong in what you're saying, but all I'm simply asking for, back to the main point, is how can people connect with the God that you know in isolation?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not supposed to connect to my God. You got to connect to your God. And that's what I'm saying. So if you get comfort out of that E5 stuff, then that's what you got to find comfort in. That God got to be the one who leads you and directs you.
And that's what I'm saying. But people are not exposed to many of the Sorry, go ahead. We can move on. We can talk about this more. I'm willing to, but we can move on as well.
We can actually just pick a night where this could just be the whole topic. Because again, I wanted to know a little bit about your religion, and you were, but I know I didn't take it personally.
I was like, what?
But when I had stopped you, you like, oh no. But I'm with you, and I would love to like do a 3-hour where we talk about it, because I would just wanted to know what I was hearing about. I wasn't trying to be funny at no point, but let's just shift the gears and let's go talk about the dude putting the groceries on the porch. That
what? That little Facebook post, was that really dude? Because I've seen that post a few other places. Was that like his post and people shared it, or he reshared it?
I think he stole it. I think he stole that shit.
So that's because I didn't know for sure.
But that go back to the first topic we was on, like the Generation Z.
Is he a young cat?
I think he is, and it's like,
oh, and so yeah, then I don't know what to believe in. Like, I don't know if it was really his baby mama and he did that for sure, or like you said. Because I be seeing people stealing people posts and pictures, and then they go on viral off of other people's stuff, and I think that's weird in itself. But you know, if you want to talk about him who did it, or just the concept in general,
really just the concept in general. Because nowadays everything is about going viral, and it's no longer about like just being genuinely nice or doing something for somebody and not getting clout.
Right?
Scary.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to talk religion on one of these last nights, y'all. I didn't want to. I know it was just getting a little intense for me, and I couldn't referee like I wanted to.
Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I get passionate when I talk about certain stuff, and that was one of the topics. So it wasn't no disrespect to you, Mr. Spencer.
Oh no, I don't take. I told you, like we just said earlier, like don't nothing kind of bother me no more, man. Yeah. So y'all said how y'all get to that point. I was gonna try to tell y'all how you can get to that point, but getting to that point, like we said, it take years of not caring.
But I said that to say I want to make a correction to Jamie Smith here. They said Yoruba, not Ifa. So Yoruba is a culture and a people. Ifa is the spiritual practice.
Okay.
I just wanted to put that out there. I put it in the comments as well. I just wanted to let them know the difference.
And I appreciate y'all tap in with us every Wednesday. We got 2 more shows. I wanted to throw that out here. Then next month we're gonna take the month off so we can come and approach it a little bit better, clean things up. Mondays, masculine energy. Fridays, we're gonna have feminine energy. Wednesdays, we still gonna have church in the wild. We'll do random pop-up podcasts as well. If you got topics you want to hear us talk about, if you're a business and you're looking for somebody just to help you build your brand or help bring in some customers, some clients, you know what I'm saying? Just build whatever. We with all that. We talked about Carlee Russell. We know her stupidity. We went in. We really did a big old twist on religion and white supremacy and you know, blackness. Now we spinning off more so. I don't want to say it's really about Buddy putting the groceries on the porch, but just about what's the generation and the clout moves right now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he was being genuine with it, because like I said, I don't know.
You know what? Because this was the first time that it blew up like this, it does appear to be for clout. But because I've been Facebook friends with him for years, this is stuff that he does. Like,
But he does it for clout.
But that's what I'm saying. If you do it on Facebook, you're doing it for some kind of recognition from people. You ain't doing it out the genuineness of your heart.
To a certain extent, yeah, because that's what it is. But we can't say that it's not genuine.
Oh, it's definitely not genuine. Anytime
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Though.
Speak to somebody's intention.
It's not. Anytime you
right,
put it on,
exactly, Pete. We can't. What we're not going to do is keep speaking over each other. I be very courteous and I let y'all speak, but we're not going to keep doing that. We can't speak to nobody's intentions when we don't know them. Some people do stuff and may want to spread the word, and it's not even just so much for clout, but it may be, again, a spark. Hey, I did it. I'm going to post it. Now maybe somebody else will join in and continue, and more people. Just because it's exposed on the internet doesn't always necessarily mean that it's for clout. That's something that we gotta stop. We gotta stop being. We have to stop being so disingenuous to each other. It ain't got nothing to do with no female.
That is because if it was man. That's like ain't no man doing no stuff like that. Man.
Don't post that many pictures of that type of shit, and they not looking for clout. I hear what you're saying, but that's clout. That's clout all day.
And women do a lot of stuff for that.
And you know what? And this with just this small little thing shows the big problems that we have in this community. We are so distrusting of each other. We are so negative on each other. We are so downgrading and demeaning of each other to the point where don't nobody want to do shit and want to help nobody, because if you do it the very first time you mention it or say something, it's you're doing it.
Why you got to do it?
Oh, you're doing it for clout. You got to do it for clout.
I'm a homeless person, because I be seeing this a lot too. If I'm homeless on the street and I'm like down on my luck, and a nigga come up to me and talk about, hey, here go $5 and a sandwich, but let me take your picture. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
come on, man.
Those
like
I get
What's
that. Yes, some people do it for clout, but that's not the case for everybody. I'm not saying that he did or he didn't. I'm not choosing a side because I don't know his intent. His intent could have purely been from the heart, where he just wanted to do something nice and he made it fucking public.
But why would you do that though? When you want to genuinely do something nice for somebody.
Some people do that. I do nice things, and sometimes it's not even for clout.
It's just for
noodles on people's porch.
Sometimes it's just a spiritual thing of spreading of good love and good vibe. Like, hey, this was something good that I did today. Maybe you want to go out and do something good.
Why not let the person who received the goodness post it then?
But who are we to tell somebody that they can't spread something that brought them joy? Who's to say that I may feel joyous and be like, hey, I'm gonna do something, and I might be like, hey, you know what? I did something good today. Oh my fucking God. Again, this is the problem with our fucking community.
That's the problem, man.
Yes, because every time somebody do something, now if you post it, it's for clout.
It is.
Not everybody is not that though.
But we just go. Let's go back to just logic. We're not even talking about anything about, you know what I'm saying, everybody not like. So let's say logically, if I do something for somebody, if I posted that I did something for somebody, why am I posting it for everybody else? If I'm trying to do something good for the X person, why do YZW need to know what I did for X?
If you put out good energy, hey, I did something good today. You never know who you may spark to decide to go and do something good too. Somebody may want to be like, hey, you know what? I see he doing this shit and he giving out and he doing this. Hey, bruh, I see you doing a good thing in the community.
Okay,
let me help donate. Let me donate. Let you ask me a question. You're gonna let me finish.
You're not saying it. I asked you.
I'm saying it.
But you never asked my question.
I'm answering your question.
Why not let the person who received it
answering your question. If you be quiet and allow me to speak.
You keep saying it, and I asked.
No. What you doing is over talking me every time I start talking.
No,
and
you saying you over talking because you're not going to no points. You're not saying anything.
I am. You know what? It don't matter if it take me 17 stops to get to the point. I'm gonna get there. And what we gonna do is allow me to finish it. I could have been there a long time ago had you not interrupted me. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Come on, get to the point. Let's get to the point.
I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Y'all
let's go.
Feisty tonight.
Because I'm sick. You know what? Honestly, I've been sitting back chilling.
Come on, let's
he overtalk people. You have to allow people to speak. You can't overtalk and then
come on, man.
Ain't no come on, man.
Get to the point.
Hey P, how you feeling?
I think this is crazy. I don't. Well, you talking about just in general? I'm feeling good.
Me too.
I enjoy healthy debate.
I think BK, we set them in the penalty box like hockey. I love them too. I know they feeling good. You got to know everybody feeling good because we just going back and forth.
I enjoy the spirited conversations.
Look,
so I'm gonna reserve my opinion for myself though, because sometimes when you ain't got nothing positive.
Yeah, finish your statement, BK.
Oh, you know what? At this point, I don't even really care. Honestly.
This nigga talking about.
You see what I'm saying, man? Like we gotta. If we say we're gonna have a mature conversation, it's gotta be mature conversation.
I'm sending you to the penalty box too. Fuck all that. You ain't finna have me in trouble. Hey P. So how do we deal with the situations like this? For season 2, when we start agreeing and disagreeing respectfully, but people getting frustrated.
I mean, I really think that we should just take the time. Like we really just need to. It's an individual thing. We just really need to take the time and space and listen and hear each other out. Like what I would suggest is take a minute, express your viewpoint. I think we talked about this before. Taking a minute or 2 to talk about your point on it and maybe like hone in on some stuff. But we really need to take the
seconds to a
minute or a minute or 2.
Yeah, after that, we can't be feeling like we are really over talking each other because.
But that's exactly what's going on. Like you can't. Like I said, I've taken debate. I've done this, so I know how to shut up and allow a person to speak their point and then rebuttal. But what I don't do is
example of what you see. But what you just did was an example of what you asking for him not to do. And to be quite honest, the only person tonight that ain't done it is me, and I've just been sitting watching. So what I'm saying is, at some point, both of y'all both been kind of hogging the mic, and I can understand.
Oh no, you can't say I've been hogging the mic. Majority of the night, I've just been sitting back listening to them 2 talk, and I've listened to how he over talked Portia every time she get ready to say something.
I'm just talking about you and Richard at this end point. Y'all both.
I get that.
Y'all both was 2 minutes. 2.5. Okay, he jump in, and I get it.
No, absolutely not.
We gonna figure it
absolutely
out.
Not.
Come up with us a time limit ringer or something, cause y'all ain't gonna bite my motherfucking nose off.
It's not about biting nose off, but you can't ask a person a question and then when they're speaking and trying to get to the point and then no, because if you do that, then of course it's going to spark. But now everybody is doing that because that's the energy that is there now. And honestly, that's been the energy the whole night.
Numerous times that be done,
Mr. Spencer. If I may say, like sometimes like you talk this alpha male stuff often. You know what I'm saying? And
correct.
I believe that as an alpha male, it should still be a certain level of respect for women. And
I do respect women. I said women.
Listen, hear me just for a second. But sometimes when someone is trying to express themselves, particularly a woman, or men, anyone, I'm not even going to put it down to a sex. Like sometimes you got to check yourself as the alpha male and allow somebody to get their point across, because how you've been coming off is real beta male-ish.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
see, and I told you, kind of like what we talked about earlier. Like I told you, it's only a certain kind of woman I rub the wrong way, and like both of y'all really do fit that personality type. So a lot of stuff that I said kind of
But
rubbed
you
off the
really
wrong
don't
way.
know me like
See,
that to
you
say that
just
I
cut me
fit that
off.
personality type.
I just cut me off. So you did it numerous
You
times. You
thinking
see what I'm
this
saying?
all-
Is y'all ready for season 2 or what? Because this shit, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Good information and good entertainment. We done did like 21 some episodes, and this is the first time that we done had a big powwow like this, and I'm loving it. I'm sorry, I just had to do that, y'all. Okay, continue.
And no, that's what I'm saying though.
actually
Like,
about to go because what I'm not about to do is allow another man to try to tell me who I am and project his own insecurities upon me. So I gotta work. I love y'all. No hard feelings, Mr. Spencer. Good night.
oh, I told you it's never no hard feelings for me. Like we wouldn't even know each other like that for it to be hard feelings.
That's crazy.
I told you, but like when you have a conversation like this, though, man, you got to like a debate. It's really like it's supposed to be more intelligence than emotion. Once emotions do get involved, a lot of feelings get involved. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't have a debate and then people feelings get hurt, then everybody get emotional. You know,
but
like
you also
but that's
can't
what I say because like I don't be
disrespectful tones, and
you
then
doing the
don't
same
think that
thing.
I don't be
I'm
disrespectful
talking,
to none of y'all. Because I keep my personal opinions.
Who was disrespectful? What did I disrespectful about? I didn't say nothing about y'all. You overtalked me. You overtalked me like 10 times, and I kind of like you told me to shut up one time. You kind of told me to like be quiet.
Now, if I did say shut up, that is a habit.
And I almost trying to go over the rock.
All bullshit aside, if I did say you to shut up, I do say it a lot, and I do apologize because that is very rude.
And see, and that's why I know I'm maturing because usually on any other, I kind of would have spazzed out. You know what I'm saying? So even then, it's just like, come on, man. Like y'all, if we are here and having a debate,
now,
you can't.
I do got a habit of saying shut up. So if I did say that, I apologize because that's a bad habit.
No, so that's what I'm saying. But that's kind of part of a debate. Everybody not going to agree with each other. So if you can't debate and somebody disagree with you,
that's a given. That's the point of a debate.
But see, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. When a man debate with a woman, women are more emotional creatures. We talked about this before. Men and women debates usually end just how a girl.
Alone because humans are emotional.
No, not all, but men are more logical. Yes. Like everything in this conversation that we just had for me was all logical based. It was like it didn't touch none of my feeling strings where I got overly cared about what y'all was talking about or I got overly disrespected. Like none of that kind of bothers me when you're talking about a topic where we're trying to get to the heart of stuff. So like she said, she kind of passionate about certain conversations. So when you passionate about something and emotional, that's a bad thing because anybody who don't agree with you.
I can't speak on her because I'm not her.
I'm just talking about in general. I'm not even.
No, I get that.
I'm talking about in general. I'm saying whenever somebody passionate about something, but then you also emotional about that subject, that can lead to, like I said, being blowed up. Like when I'm having a conversation, I genuinely want to have a conversation. I want to genuinely know how you think. I genuinely want, and maybe because with the talking over stuff, like
but you can't get to how someone genuinely feel if you're not listening to what they're saying.
But that's what we listening. That's what I'm saying. Like we genuinely listen to each other.
But you wasn't listening because just like you was asking me to get to the point that I was. I know.
You see what I'm saying? That's
at this point now, it's not even a debate. It's a conversation.
That's part of conversation. That's how conversation works. Sometimes if you try to get something in there, you're going to talk about it.
Now we're conversing. When we were debating and we were talking when it was all four of us and I was trying to get to a point there, that's different. In general conversation, I don't give a fuck about nobody talking over.
I think that's the difference between men and women too. Like men and women, like maybe when you saying, okay, we're trying to get to a point. Men are more like, let's get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's the point? Let's get to it.
Of course, y'all are. Women are more detail oriented. You already know when you're talking to a female, but you have to take that into consideration as well. You have two women. No, is this now listen, this just a little bit. Just like you have two women on the panel with you. So of course we're gonna be a little bit more detail oriented with our response. So maybe it may take us a minute or two longer than what it would have taken you. Just take that into consideration and allow us to get there. Now, I'm not saying I ain't saying that we're going to ramble on for no 5, 10, 15 minutes. I can't say that shit my damn self. But if it takes me a minute or two to get to the point, just let me get there.
But what I'm saying is, because by the time you get there, though, I'm lost and I'm confused. So that's why people interject and like, hey, no, what are you saying? This is the point. Like, even when I ask, like, what is your religion? Like, okay, what is your religion? Tell me more about it. And then it's like,
you know what? We gonna exit anything that has to do with her out. We just
I'm talking about in general. We saying in general.
I know, but it's still kind of with what was going on with her. Like when we're talking about the art. We're talking about the art of debate. Say that again. I'm sorry.
We're talking about the art of having a debate. A debate a debate got to be more factual. It got to be more like, hey, this is that, that's that. Like,
I mean, if that's the case, if we're going to do it as a completely like a debate, then it needs to be time. Every individual person gets to speak for their moment. They however minute it is. When their time is up, then the next person comes who's rebuttaling them. That's how a debate actually goes.
I didn't know we was debating though. I do want to interject. I thought we was more so communicating, conversing, just giving.
No, sometimes debate is good though.
We was doing too, debate. But I mean, of course, debates come in here and there when you
because debating is good though. That's what I'm saying. Like the only way we saying if we talking about changing the community, because everybody got different views and ideas and everything. So if you think everybody if I believe everybody gonna come to the table and just sit down and believe me and listen to what I say. That's asinine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're going to have some conversation. You're going to have some kind of debate. But what you got to leave out of it is feelings. You got to leave out the emotion. You got to leave out the I'm easily offended part. If I get easily offended by something, then I'm not making room to learn or to grow or to even hear anybody different point of view because now I'm offended. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we really trying to learn something to grow on a subject, you got to leave feelings off the table. Or then it's not going to get nowhere. Or we're going to just keep going in circle and everybody going to, like you say, get mad. We're going to overtalk each other at that point. I don't think it's going to be nothing.
Real quick, Spence. P said she don't have a problem with answering questions, but when you demand answers without listening, it causes stall in communication.
But I listened. I was quiet a lot of the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I told you.
You really
I was definitely quiet. I was quiet a lot of the time. I guarantee y'all, if you go back and watch this video, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, go back and watch the video. I was quiet more
than you was, so I know
when it was
my
turn to talk. When it was my turn to talk, I was talking. But what I'm saying, when y'all was talking,
but you know what? And part of the issue too is you kind of domineered the conversation. Especially
somebody asked
it was you and Portia. You really wasn't allowing her to answer your question. It's like she'll start answering, then you hit her with another one, and it's like, hold on, bro. Like,
no, I told you go back and watch the video because, like I told you, every point that you bring up.
I have to go back and watch the video. I was in real time.
But no, you wasn't though because you got easily offended as well. That's what I keep trying to tell you.
No, it wasn't about being easily offended. It's the fact of if you ask me a question and I'm trying to answer you.
No, you wasn't trying to answer me.
How can you hear my answer or my stance or my viewpoint when I'm talking and you talking over me? Like when you're trying to make a valid point, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and sit back and listen and hear what you got to say, and then I'll come back.
No, you don't.
Hey, y'all,
majority of the times I do. I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect and I do it all the time because that'll be a lie. But
they just say, fuck me, I can't get a word in. I want y'all to know that we had this motherfucking conversation in private as a group before. Like, all right, so when we talking and we debating, we gonna shut a mic. And just remember, like, goddamn black people. Goddamn.
Now, this is what you should do, Jay Worthy. Like, I guess you got the moderator, you got the mute button. Like, if you give everybody 30 seconds to talk about something. 30 seconds is enough time to get your point across without that. Oh, I gotta get into the feelings of how I feel. Like the conversation.
It's not about feelings of how somebody feels.
You cutting me off, and then it's just like
because now you're taking shots.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can't tell people not to cut you off, and then cut people off, shots. And you do it the whole night. Even if it's taking shots, like let me finish my 30 seconds flat, and then you get your 30 seconds. You see what I'm saying? Like I said,
now if we gonna work together, we gotta keep it respectful.
It is respectful.
No
Nobody being disrespectful.
I'm not gonna take no shots at you. I'm not gonna take no shots at Portia. I'm not gonna take no shots at James. Whether I agree or disagree, but I'm not gonna take no shot at y'all.
But how's it taking a shot? If you said you just said women take 2 minutes to get to a point, right? you said women take 2 minutes to get to a point sometimes, right?
That was not just saying, oh, it's gonna take exactly 2 minutes. But that was just an example. And otherwise, women are more detail oriented people. You are on a panel with women, so you have to take that into consideration. So that you're going to get a little bit more of a detailed answer. You're not on a panel full of men.
Real quick. This is a good thing. This is right on time, y'all. So going into season 2, we ending at the end of this month. What y'all think the time limit should be on talking with somebody when we asking the question and we giving the opportunity for them to state their claim? What's a good time limit, y'all? Real said, yeah, bro, we might want to mute them. Definitely. Sis said you be gaslighting. And what y'all think? I'm finna bring y'all back up, but I'm only taking y'all off when it feels so crowded and y'all going back and forth. What y'all think?
I just wanted
30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. I think 30, 45 seconds is a good time. If you mute everybody else, if it's like somebody got a point, mute everybody else, do they 30, 45 seconds. Then once they
logically 30 to 45 seconds is not.
I feel like it should be a full minute to a minute and a half for somebody to express it.
Exactly. 2 minutes max.
That kind of draw out though.
And it also depends on the subject matter.
Hold on, Brianna. One thing I just came back on here to say, I didn't hop off because I was emotionally charged. My emotions didn't have anything to do with anything, but maybe a little bit. So let me be honest and hold myself accountable. My emotions did come into play because it comes to a point whereas when you're not allowing somebody to speak a complete thought, it becomes disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And just as you, the man that you are, you feeling disrespectful by people interrupting you and doing their thing. You can't expect for women, especially as you stand on women being emotionally charged anyway, as you being an alpha male that's supposed to understand that. Like, what do you expect when we're feeling disrespected and not allowing to be able to get our complete thoughts out?
In the art of conversation, a debate is conversations going. That's why I say I'm not emotionally charged because I understand how that works. I've been in many debates before. So anytime you talking to somebody, people gonna have conversations that are gonna come across. Like I told you, it was a lot of times I was talking, you cut me off, she cut me off. I didn't get emotionally mad or what's name. That happens in conversations.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So then once that happened, you let it calm down and then you go back to stating your point. It's nothing to get mad about though.
No, nobody was mad. So let's not get that mistaken. But
so that's what I'm saying. Like that's why we shouldn't be there.
I was very much irritated by the fact, like when we try to make points, you do personal shots. And
what personal shot did I take?
When we're supposed to,
I use sarcasm. I'm a sarcastic personality.
Having respectful conversations, and you're shooting shots, whether it's a point or not. You have to be able to have.
Could you give me an example?
Respectfully, and
not give me an example.
Not attack what somebody has to say, and not attack what somebody has to say because you disagree.
Could you give me an example? Because it got to be fresh on your mind if an example if I did it.
Wait.
I'm sitting up here trying to get out what I get out. Like first I feel Russell.
He can't be sarcastic.
I'm finna say, James, I could barely hear you. Say that again.
He can't be sarcastic because that's
sarcastic. But when we're talking like it depends on the topic as well. When we're talking about our own individual personal beliefs, you coming off as sarcastic about what somebody believes is mad.
But what did I do? That's what I'm asking you. Bring it up. Bring the example up.
I'm trying to talk about what I believe, and it's like you're being sarcastic, like, oh, well, if you believe this, like what I believe is not my own truth. Like you question and you doubt other people's
passionate, truth. Emotional part, though.
I just asked you, what was your personal belief?
I think that's the passionate, emotional side.
Come on, now we're not gonna sit here and play crazy. Sometimes you can ask a person one question 13 different ways, and you're gonna get 13 different responses because you got 13 different reasonings and 13 different. God damn it, shit's behind it. You can ask a person, how was your day? Or I can say, how was your day? How was your day? What? You understand? It's all in the tone behind your voice. So yes, even you may think that you are saying it. You may think that you are saying it in just a general way, but there's a hint of sarcasm behind it. or there's a hint of disrespect behind it, or it's a hint of here these motherfucking bitches go, because you already think women are, I mean, let's just be real. Now, since we being real, you already feel like women are beneath men. So how dare a woman come in and say something and disagree with me? Or how dare this woman come in and overtalk me? Because even if that's not exactly how you may feel, that
your 60 seconds up, sis.
What I'm just trying to figure out is, where did the feelings get involved? I don't know if it was said that I'm just emotionally charged or if it was emotions involved. But my whole thing is, like, when you're trying to have a calm conversation with someone and they're consistently cutting you off, it just comes off as disrespectful. Like, granted, it happened this entire conversation this evening, and I don't think it has ever happened like that with us before. You know what I'm saying? When we had this same conversation in private, you actually took the time to sit down and listen to what everybody had to say.
I'm asking you, what did I ask you? Because like I told you, you just said yourself, you passionate and emotion to get charged about it. I'm asking you to bring up the situation, or because it's got to be fresh in your mind. If you said I did something and you said I cut you off, or I asked you something sarcastic, so I'm saying, like, what did I do?
I got emotional because you were, in my eyes, being disrespectful by rushing me through my conversation and not giving me the appropriate time to respond. I don't remember what was said at that point. You know what
I'm saying? Like, so how could you say I rushed you?
Coming to clear the air that I'm not mad. I didn't let my emotions take hold of whatever else, but I did feel like you were being disrespectful.
Man, listen. Bruh is here for the sarcasticness, though. Y'all know that.
But everybody don't have to deal with that shit either. Like, if we having respectful conversations, let's have respectful conversations, because I sit down most of the time. I feel like I say the least. Listen, I feel like I say the least here, and I try to hear everybody out. And I come with questions, playing devil's advocate and questioning why people feel the way that they feel. All I'm saying is, we just need to be able to have conversations.
I agree, but I don't think he said nothing wrong, y'all.
I'm not saying that he said nothing wrong.
But it seems like he was trying to understand her beliefs.
What I'm saying is, and yes, he was trying to understand my beliefs, but at this point, and I'm trying to answer at several times during that juncture, I'm consistently getting cut off. So I am consistently getting frustrated at this time.
It wasn't me cutting you off, though.
Excuse me?
It wasn't me cutting you off. Like you said, everybody was talking at that time.
It was just me and you talking, though, at that time.
No, you was talking. I literally, I told, maybe y'all gonna have to go back and watch it, because
because when she was talking about the religion, me and James was not saying anything. That was strictly you and Portia.
And she was talking. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't saying anything. I asked her, what's her belief?
No, what she's saying is, when you asked her about her religion and she was trying to explain it, every time she was damn near to her point and explaining it, you cut off.
What did I say?
Back and then you cut off. It's like, damn, let her get it out.
About this. What does it have to say about that? And I'm being rushed through this conversation, and I felt that I couldn't answer appropriately. And like I said, in a more calmer and maybe in a more calmer environment, we need to have this conversation, particularly
that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I'm who I am. I'm not finna be like try to do anything different to try to, like, now I'm not gonna be on anybody wants them try to walk on eggshells to try to appease somebody. We have
nobody wants you to do that,
like,
because
so that's what I'm saying. If I'm telling you right now, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm trying to understand what y'all saying. We having a conversation. Like, we shouldn't have to even have this conversation to go back and forth. Be like, oh, well, I feel like you was being disrespectful. We all know nobody here to be disrespectful. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we having this conversation if we know, everybody
and
not
that is very, intentions may not have been to be disrespectful. And I'm not saying that was your intention, but that does not negate from the fact that she felt disrespected.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if we all know we not here to disrespect, we not, like I told you, never once did I say anything to be disrespectful or even come off to try to be disrespectful. We all know we here to debate and have conversation. So why are we having this conversation?
That because exactly what I just said, and this is coming from. I'm sorry, James, was you talking? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to talk over you.
To point out, I'm doing a hell of a job with the camera angles and shit. Y'all
you is. You is. But I can say this, like, coming from a person who who has recently come into being able to articulate my point without being disrespectful, because I had it bad where I was just say anything with no regard, no filter. And I'm not saying that you got to walk on eggshells around nobody or tiptoe on nobody's feelings, because I ain't even finna do that shit. But we still have to be mindful. Yes, our intentions may not be to be disrespectful. Our intentions may not be to hurt or to aggravate, whatever adjective you want to use in this scenario. But that does not mean that what we say can't come across as that, or we didn't do that, or somebody took it that way. And if we're going to work together, if somebody say, hey, I know your intent wasn't to be disrespectful, but I felt a little disrespected, it's okay to say, you know what, my fault. Just like with when you said I told you to shut up, I immediately apologized because
no, you did. You apologized later once I brought it up.
Yeah, because you brought it to my again, because you brought it to my attention.
No, what would have been rude
is what would have been rude is you brought something to my attention, something that I did that was disrespectful to you, and I give you no knowledge of it, and just be like, well, that's on you. No, I disrespected you. Never was my intention, and I apologize because I didn't try to do that. But that wasn't my intention to be disrespectful. And that's what she's saying. You may not have intended to be disrespectful. You may not intended to disrespect her, but that's something that she took. And we all gonna work together. We do, to a certain extent, have to take into accountability of everybody's feelings. Like, hey, okay, well, I ain't trying to do that.
Let it go. I'm not taking anybody in consideration nobody's feelings when you.
Then how are we gonna work together? How are we going to work together on a panel if we can't be considerate of each other's feelings?
Because you got to be considerate of what you bringing across. Like, if I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Then that's when it's like I told you. If we said we here, we kind of get to the bottom of a conversation. Like, I'm not finna. That's walking on eggshells. If I got to know that you easily sensitive because I'm gonna say answer a question.
No.
Like, you're not letting me finish.
That's not what I'm saying.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why the only reason I brought up when you told me to shut up is because stuff like this. Because you always cut people off. You see what I'm saying? Like, you cut people off a lot of times.
Do the same thing. We all do it.
And that's why I brought up the point.
We all do it.
I brought up that point to say what you're saying. Like, if I cut somebody off, now it's a big thing. But when everybody else cutting everybody off, now it's not a problem.
No. Honestly, majority of the time when you cut people off in the past, other panels that we've done, it wasn't in a it wasn't disrespectful.
How is it disrespectful now? Because we talk, like you just said, everybody do it, right? But it's a problem when I do it.
It's not necessarily a problem that you're doing. Again, I'm guilty of it. James guilty of it.
So what are we talking about?
We're all right now. What I'm saying is, yes, we all cut each other off. It's something that we all got to work on. We all got to stop doing it. Okay. But if we are working together and we're going to try to make this work and we want to make it a bigger thing, to a certain extent, yes, we have to be considerate of each other's feelings. When you said I told you to shut up, I instantly considered your feelings like, oh shit, that's disrespectful as hell. This is a person that's on this panel. We are working together. The last thing I want to do is be disrespectful to this man or to say something out of line that can offend him, make him feel disrespected. So I ain't walking on no eggshells, but I'm taking accountability that I disrespected somebody that I'm working with. So I'm going to apologize to you.
I didn't say you disrespect him. That's what I just said. Maybe, like I told you, you probably misunderstood.
But you did say you felt it to be disrespectful for me to say shut up, and you said you normally spaz out on somebody. That's what you said.
And that's what I said. I said that's how I know that I'm mature because, like I said, in the art of conversation and debate, usually I would be in my feelings and emotions, but I know this is a conversation and debate. I'm not getting mad because you told somebody to shut up, and we having, like I told you, we having a conversation.
I ain't trying to cut you off. Sis just asked me a question I want to answer. Bro, you in the cut chilling. Because tonight, for once, Spence ain't really on no bullshit. He like what he's saying is it's a fucking podcast. It's gonna be a point where the nigga gonna say some shit that's gonna supposed to rub your ass the wrong way. Cause it's just that what it is. As long as he ain't like bitch and he ain't like this and that and I'm in the cut, sis, because I done converted. I done changed a little bit, and I want this to run smoothly. and I'm respecting everything all my team saying. But at the end of the day, as long as he don't say bitch and all that shit, he can say certain shit because this is what it's for. Like when you said shut up, BK, when you said shut up, he was telling you, but you was on that, you was on whatever you be on. I ain't gonna say woman shit, but you kind of cut him off before he finished and said, but this a podcast. Usually I spaz, but this is like what we doing. This type of shit gonna happen. You gonna get in your feeling in the moment, be like, man, shut the fuck, and then you gonna catch yourself, but we ain't expecting for the apologies. He not gonna apologize for questioning why your motive is this and that. This is what we here for. But we gonna do it in a respectable way. I don't think nobody has been disrespectful tonight at all. I just think a lot of emotions have been flaring. Motherfuckers ain't been sharing the mic here and there. I think for once, I've literally just been shutting the fuck up, listening, trying to see what we gonna fix and what we not gonna fix. So, and I mean that in all respect. Like, it's cool that you apologize to him, but you wasn't even wrong for saying shut up. That's what he was really pointing out. And for us, we just got to be mature through it and show motherfucker we can do this. And it might seem like an argument, but it wasn't. At the end, we get off, we show love, we go to our things, we do it again. Right? Right. All right, let me unmute y'all. Right? That's what you were saying overall, but you just saying it in such a powerful way, which that's why you here. I didn't choose you because you smart, just because I don't tick BK, he go tick you off. He go tick P off. Long as he don't disrespect y'all, I don't think that is unrespectful.
But how can you tell of me what's disrespectful to me? What may be disrespectful to you may not be disrespectful to me. What's disrespectful to me may not be disrespectful to you. So all I'm saying is, if we're going to work together, and if we are saying, hey, I found this disrespectful, or this or that, whether we're doing it on here or we're doing it on private, have enough respect and common courtesy to acknowledge, hey, okay, you know what? Like this ain't just some random motherfucker that I meet on the street. If you felt disrespected, oh fucking well. We're working together. We're supposed to be a community working together to spread knowledge and awareness to other people. But if we can't even be mindful and respectful of each other, how the fuck are we going to expect somebody to want to even listen remotely to what we gotta say? They gonna be focusing in on the negative shit versus the positive.
I feel like, but this a podcast, so this a boxing match. A hard punch ain't it's disrespectful to you if a nigga punch you hard in a boxing match. We pod.
Right, we getting across different point of views.
But it wasn't a below the belt shot. Like, even what Sis said, I don't like when a man tell me that's just like you would just never talk to a person like that. But we've signed up for a podcast. We, to debate or conversate, communicate, and show how people act different.
And we can do all that as long as it's respectful at the end of the day.
But everybody was respectful.
And if
that's
we
what I'm saying.
work
It was
together,
respectful.
And if we gonna work together, it still has to be some level of respect. We don't have to agree.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody got.
I don't think nobody was disrespectful. That's just my opinion.
That's an opinion. I feel otherwise. Of course, I feel otherwise.
Feel disrespected though. Did she say she didn't feel disrespected, or am I wrong?
She said she did.
Okay, maybe she did, man. I'm gonna have to check the tape, man. We on some NBA shit. We gonna run the tape. This is getting fine. You the John Moran of the league, bro.
I told you. I told you. Like I said, I've been through enough of these, man. I already know. Like I said, I study human nature. I study people. I already know different personalities. Even when I talk certain stuff, I already know certain things rub them the wrong way because, like I said, I pay attention to facial expressions. I pay attention to mood, and I understand personality types. I understand like you dealing with alpha. When I said the whole alpha female thing, I already know that kind of rubs something the wrong way. And everything, so it's kind of like
doing it on purpose too. It's not like
that's what I'm saying. Like that's how I think.
You doing that on purpose. Like I'm finna get a rise out of them. Like it's like okay. So that was the part that the motherfucker said was disrespectful. Is a motherfucker supposed to say no? Don't say that. That's disrespectful. It's really not.
And that's what I told. That's why.
Well, at this point, we need to figure out what's the point of what we're doing. Are we speaking to? I'm just saying, because are we spreading knowledge and of course with some satire and some other little shit that's going on, or we just having the normal black men, black women, we just gonna sit here debate just to get some damn views type of shit. At this point, that's what it's starting to feel like. Like, I want to spread love and positivity and peace. I ain't trying to argue and debate and go back and forth with y'all about irrelevant shit.
You got 4 people on here with different personalities. Like, how do that post look?
And that's fine. And that's the beauty of it. Everybody has their own personality, but if we are not doing what is intended for this podcast,
but that's what we did though.
Spread knowledge and love and peace and light, then what are we doing?
So you don't think people
perpetrating the stereotype that black men and black women can't get along? Like, what's the point?
So you don't think certain people is edified by different point of views?
I'm not trying to feed into the negativity. I would rather.
But the negativity was brought only because of now, though. Because, like I said, the negativity is really only because. I said the negativity only became because of now. Like, we having a conversation about why we can't express ourselves in the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, like, we can't.
Everybody, you can express yourself, but if we gonna do this, it still needs to be a certain level of respect.
But nobody was disrespectful.
Again, and that's your opinion. If somebody feel like they've been disrespected, then it's some disrespect there somewhere. You being sarcastic and you saying little shit.
Sarcasm.
What's the point of that?
Sarcasm is not disrespectful. That's the art of the debate.
Fuck all the disrespect and all that shit. What's the point? Are we doing this to get people to come in and to look, or are we on some we trying to spread knowledge and awareness?
Brianna, you telling me it ain't women who think like you, and then it ain't women who don't think like you? You telling me it ain't men that think like him, then it ain't men that don't think like him? You telling me?
But at the same time,
hold on. This is what he here for. He here to express a whole different individual expresses. I get the whole disrespect shit, but this ain't a circus. This man, he be speaking knowledge and
I would never take that from him. He's a very intelligent man, very insightful.
But what I don't want you to do, I don't want to. Then you making it seem like, well, what we here for? I don't want somebody who to just jump on for this split second to think this some bullshit, sis. That's why I'm like, whoa.
Exactly, and that's what we're presenting. We're presenting bullshit right now.
Man, so again, in fact, sis, just chill for a second. Let's just talk about something else. Y'all blowing me that this is how podcasts go, bro. I'm not finna act like this daycare, fam. I've got mad love and respect for all individuals. But if we can't have an exciting convo and this not feel like motherfuckers called you nigger bitches, I don't want, this what this feel like. I don't like doing this. It's entertaining. It went above the line. He didn't do too much. I'm here for that. That's what I'm here for. But you're not going to make this shit seem like Channel 2. This is not that. This is good info. It's niggas who think just like he think, bruh. The way he think you may not agree with it. I don't necessarily agree with you, but I want to hear everything out, and I don't want y'all to don't downplay this shit like this is nothing. Don't do that. No, don't. What is we here? If you feel that way, then you might need to take a week or two off, sis, and then come back. Whoever. This is just to show that all people different, and if I got people who got knowledge, they gonna be different. They gonna be cocky. They not gonna be cocky. It just don't matter. But don't act. You hurt my feelings with that shit.
I hurt your feelings because I'm asking a genuine question.
I'm giving you a genuine answer and telling you.
And I'm listening to it.
You acting like we in a daycare. We grown ass people.
No. I ain't act like we in no daycare. You know me better than that. Because I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. To be real, so if I take your feelings into consideration, and it's me being respectful of you, that's a lot, especially coming from me, because you know how I am. I don't give a fuck.
It's still with respect. then. We can't.
And that's what I'm saying. If we are working together, it still has to be a certain level of respect.
Right. He know what to do and push. That's why I reached out to bro. Just like I know you have a spice about yourself. So I'm not expecting. We all are maturing and I love it. But let's act like we on a fucking podcast from now on. Like straight the fuck up. We on a podcast. I reached out.
Yeah, and we've been acting like we was on a podcast until tonight.
Crazy tonight and acting like this nigga was throwing spitballs at y'all. No. She was like, what are we here for?
Because that was a genuine question. Like, what are we here for? Are we here to sit here and argue and debate about irrelevant shit, or are we here to do what we intended to do, which was spread knowledge and light?
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said this whole conversation is turning a molehill into a mountain. You see, because we was really spreading knowledge and light. A lot of people was being edified by it. You see what I'm saying?
We ain't know about.
Right, and then it made a whole left turn for absolutely no reason.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There was no reason. I wasn't disrespectful to none of y'all. Just like you said out your own mouth, I didn't do anything that nobody else was doing. But it was because it was me. It was disrespectful.
It was what you said. They felt that as disrespect, but at the end of the day, and my vote may not have, because at the end it's about them. But it was, again, you ain't say bitch, but it was what you said when you said. I remember exactly what you said, because you said, like I said earlier, I make certain type of women and get mad.
Oh no, I already knew at that point. But that's a warning.
But again, BKP, I picked y'all because y'all know what y'all dealing with. Like when I talk to other women on the side about the show, being a part of it, they know who they coming to talk with. They know what he to go say. Like I thought you knew. So it's just one of them days. I'm sorry. Hey, shame on you.
I think for the most part it was delightful. Like I said, I think a lot of knowledge was spread, a lot of truth was taught. I don't know how we got to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like we really debating like why we debated on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that literally makes no
absolutely
sense.
Not.
You know what I'm saying?
I am nowhere near slow. I get you debate on podcasts. They go back and forth. You have banter back and forth. Great. But if you can't be just blatantly you can't just be disrespectful. If we like, okay, that was a little disrespectful. I ain't like that.
You're not even saying what was disrespectful. What was disrespectful?
I can't speak for her.
No, you just said it was disrespectful.
I personally am not. I don't feel disrespected by neither one of y'all. Let me make sure I make that clear. But at the same time, I felt Portia energy. I felt her feeling disrespected. I felt her nigga, come on. Let me say what I'm trying to say. And okay, let me say this. And I'm not saying that this is the type of person that you are. I'm not saying that this is even how you think. But the energy that you tend to give off at times is that women really have no place with debating or having these type of conversations with you because we are beneath you. And again, I'm not saying that that's how you think or that's how you are, but that is the energy that you give sometimes. So as a woman, when you're speaking to a man who's giving you that energy, yeah, you're going to be like, hey, hold on, bro. You chill out. Because I'm not beneath you. I am capable of forming an intelligent conversation. I am able to articulate a point and keep it respectful. Can you please do the same?
What if that is my point of view, though? What if my point of view genuinely is like, I don't think women should debate with you?
Then you don't need to be on a panel and talking.
But that's
women.
Though. But that's my point of view. How you gonna tell me what my point of view is?
Then you need to stick with your masculine Monday and not interact with women.
If I'm being respectful talking to you, though, what I'm saying is I didn't disrespect y'all in no point.
You may feel like you're being respectful, but that underlying energy that you possess is still coming through with the words that you're saying.
What did I say that you haven't said? Maybe you feel like men are beneath you. Maybe that's the thing. Problem.
I don't think men are beneath me.
So that's what I'm saying. So what are you talking about? Then you said I haven't did anything different.
I said exactly what I'm talking about. The energy that you bring sometimes is that women are beneath you, and then we shouldn't even be talking or debate or having any type of conversation with you.
Hold on, Rich. I got a question. So BK, question: if this is the type of energy he gonna provide on the show, is that gonna be an issue?
Yeah and no. Me personally, I could deal with it. I don't give a fuck. But it may bother other people who may want to be on the panel. It may bother some of the people that we're trying to reach, to bring in, to bring knowledge and stuff to. So yeah, I do take all that into consideration. I'm not just going to consider myself. No, it won't be a problem with me because that's his energy. That's him.
See.
That's not going to stop me from being me.
Bro, good.
You know what I'm saying? I may be a strong enough personality where I could deal with it and let that shit roll off me like water on a duck back.
But that's what
everybody may not be able to do that.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, y'all don't understand. Look, listen.
I'm looking at it in all aspects, not just on no personal.
We go, hey. This shit right here, I'm telling y'all, this is what podcast, this is what happens on podcasts. I'm not looking for a whole Christian panel. I'm looking for
hell no, ain't nobody looking for no whole Christian panel, but it still has to be some underlying respect. If you have someone who has absolutely zero respect for women or feel like they're beneath them, then
but did I say that though?
It's going to be, and again, I didn't say that you said that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
the energy that you bring.
But did I say it though?
I didn't say you said.
And that's why I gave you a warning. I said
energy is you. That's the energy that you bring.
No, that's the energy.
I'm not putting that on you. I'm not saying that you're like that. But again, that's the energy that you present.
But that's what you receive because that's why I gave the foil.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Little infomercial while they breathe. Go to the corners. Go to your corners. We got one more week, so feel free. V, I know you fuck with me. Katina, you too. Inbox me. Let's chat, text, whatever. Give me some ideas on how we can make this better. And if you do think like his personality is cool for the show, let me know. Like if you really, and I won't be like, oh, so and so said, but I just want to know because again, I see and my spirit is telling me this is again. It's a young man like, hey, I don't like this fucking cocky dude, man. Fuck him. I'm not thinking like that. We need him. We need him to make better other people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he wrong neither. Bruh, all right, come on out the penalty box. Come out fighting.
No, I told you I'm not fighting. I'm just like I told people from the get-go, man. Like everything is with me is to a certain extent.
Like he say, no, I'm not fighting.
I'm not fighting. And that's what I tell people, man, like to debate with me, you got to have thick skin because if you don't, we're going to end up in conversations like this where I got to explain like, no, I'm not being, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or we having a debate. You know what I'm saying? I said what I said. I said, hey, answer some questions. You just said personally, like, I'm not did anything that nobody else did. You cut me off a few times. She cut me off a few times. So, but when I cut people off, now it's a problem, and I'm being too masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's just the way y'all perceived and received because I have said some stuff y'all disagree with. You see what I'm saying? And I already know that. I told you strong. It probably started when I said the strong personality female and strong personality men. We do clash. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's just the nature of certain things. But to make it seem like I was disrespectful tonight, it's kind of disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying
like you was disrespectful, like, oh, you dirty dumb bitch. Ain't nobody saying it. Like, of course, it's levels to disrespect. Ain't nobody saying that. Don't take it as a motherfucker saying, well, me personally, I ain't gonna speak with nobody else. I ain't saying you was on
Y'all was tearing his ass up too, BK. Y'all, and if y'all had him in the comments, they was tearing his ass up.
Well, I can't see the comments, so I don't know what they was doing in the comments. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta,
like, I'm not saying like you are just the bottom of the scum barrel, disrespectful, just fuck this nigga, disrespect. No, I get it. You're a Sagittarius, you're a fire sign. I'm an Aries, we fire signs. Hey, we blow. I get it. And again, I'm not taking offense to you. You don't bother me. A lot of the shit that you say, I agree with. So it's nothing personal with me, but I can understand and I can see how other people will be feel disrespected. I can see how other people can feel offended.
But that's what I said. I tell people that, like, even on my Facebook page, like, I'm gonna come across and there's gonna be some people who are gonna be offended by some stuff that I say. But even if you're offended, it's not like I'm being disrespectful because you're offended. You see what I'm saying? Like, being offended might be part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. It's some stuff that, like you said, people don't agree with. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that y'all was saying. It was kind of like, all right, it is what it is, but that's part of debate. That's part of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing I can really do about that. So it's kind of just one of the things.
No,
so
all I'm saying is, and yeah, and I just also want to make
it. That's what I'm saying. We really shouldn't have.
You know what?
No, I just want to also make it clear that I'm not saying that he needs to go and that we can't work together or none of that shit. I don't want nobody to think that, because that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that we're going to all work together. We all have to be mindful of one another to a certain extent. Yes, say your opinion, say your viewpoints. Keep the sarcasm just to a minimum a little bit. If my sarcastic ass can do it, I know motherfucking well you can too. And it's just because we're all working together for an ultimate end goal.
See, because people need to know, like, even the way sis expressed herself, it's okay to express herself like that. Like, it's healthy. It's healthy when you know, like, you ain't finna have to fight. Motherfucker ain't finna call you a bitch ass nigga or a bitch. Like, and you really finna know this is other people feel like this. See, I know sis in that professional world too, so she called herself getting real passionate, and she didn't have to stop. And it was just like a chain of events. At some point, one of us could have kind of stopped it and made it.
Yeah.
But this is what was needed for us to be understanding. Like, this is what this platform for. Like, if I hadn't matured and evolved, would you guys fuck with me and still do a platform? Because I could still be speaking out the side of my neck on some shit.
You know damn well I would. I'll be supporting you, tuning in, but I wouldn't be fucking with you.
But that's where we at with it. And I hope that you trust that anybody that we bring on here and I reach out to, man, I know they're gonna feed us enough that we ain't gotta necessarily eat the sides. You know what I'm saying? We pick and choose on who gonna eat the sides. As far as the overall, you know, he don't want what we used to right now. Bro, and I know your intentions is pretty good. I know sister intentions is pretty good. P intentions is pretty good too. Bring your ass back next week.
I told you, man, that's what I said. Like, I don't know how it turned into a mountain. Like I told you, I thought we was just having a conversation, but then we ended up starting debating the conversation about conversating, and it's just like,
it was this, bro.
Because Rich, you an asshole just like the rest of us. You use ass. Oh no, you can be a big ass at
I don't
times,
deny that though.
and you
that's
know that.
Like, and I don't, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you do.
But you know what? Also, sometimes we like, you a male, I'm a female, but we say shit, and we know we can say shit, and we know we can get a rise out of people.
That's
but
what
you're supposed to.
You know that. Your ass too, James.
That's the purpose of saying it, though.
Yes. Get a rise, but get a rise out of them motherfuckers in the.
What I'm saying is,
rise them motherfuckers up. Make them motherfuckers leave us alone.
That's when we get the best of y'all. When you get the best of us.
Oh shit! I'm just joking with that last part, but I'm just saying, like, we just. I don't know, but we all gotta sit and talk, because this shit can't happen again. We don't this like we airing out our dirty laundry to
I told y'all turned into that we was talking about some real knowledge. We was putting people on game, and then
don't say y'all, because it was all of us. We all guilty. God damn it.
I thought we was having a conversation. I didn't even know. Honestly,
I wasn't even supposed to be on here this long with y'all motherfuckers. No damn way.
My mic don't work.
Yeah, your mic kind of low. You gotta speak it up a little bit, because sometimes I don't be hearing you.
Man, what the fuck? Like,
I can hear you now, right now.
Y'all can hear me now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck that y'all couldn't hear me this whole time, because I just felt like, man. What you mean airing out the dirty laundry? I ain't take it like that. This is a live podcast. This is what people I'm tired of seeing scripted bullshit, bro. I want to see real life.
This is real life, man.
Yeah,
and that's what I
see some black people, like, we trying to be informative, but we still being ourselves. We not being fake. We adjusted. He might next week, he might not even approach y'all the way he approached y'all, just because he know that type of rise gets a certain shit out of y'all. Motherfuckers, man.
But you got to think about it. That's why they say it too, though. Like, bro, what they say, never talk. What is it? Religion, politics, and what's the other one? There's certain topics that you got to kind of stay away from, because people do be emotionally involved to those topics. You know what I'm saying? So it is gonna be. We can have different conversations about stuff. The way it ain't gonna be that same energy. But when you talk about politics, religion, homosexuality, or certain stuff like that people kind of attach to, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be that kind of energy. But you got to make sure everybody know that, okay, this is just a platform. It's no hard feelings. It ain't like I'm up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we doing anything to attack each other personally. It's just honestly conversation. You see what I'm saying? So no, yeah, that Sagittarius stuff is true, man. Like, dude, they're talking about stop being like, dude, I was born this way, man. I was born in sarcasm.
Hey,
and we got a slick wit. Like,
next week we doing that 30-second, 60-second rule. Like, literally.
No, I agree with that, though. We could do, like I said, 30. Let a person get enough time to get there, if that's what they're saying, because we all cut each other off.
I don't know what the fuck is up with all y'all Sagittarius is on here tonight, but that shit ain't what it do. They had your back like a motherfucker.
Because they know we can't help it, man. Like, dude, like,
it's
when we get
Katina, Belita, Illy. And I want to see.
Is this what I gotta look forward to? My son is Sagittarius, and I'll be ready to chop his ass and his throat.
I'm telling you, can't help it, man. That sarcasm, that wit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say we think we know it all, but when we do think we know something, we know it. You know what I'm saying? and you ain't gonna convince us that we don't know it. And that's just and that do come across sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe come across as arrogant or something, but that's genuinely not who we are in context. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come off like that, but
that's who y'all are. Y'all just don't mean to come off like that.
No, it's literally, it's not arrogance. We probably the most humble. We really the most humble people that you really know.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. There you go, right there. They're like, every Sagittarius gonna tell you about a Sagittarius, right?
Because it's just certain qualities and traits that we know, like. You got to be a Sagittarius to know a Sagittarius, man.
What type of shit?
And if you don't, I'm telling you, man, you'll let a Sagittarius get into your skin, and next thing you know, you're going crazy.
I've learned, like, I just not to let nobody get under my skin. That's why what you was doing to them.
Yeah, oh no, I try to, and that's what I tell people, man. I be trying to give them forewarning of, like, hey, man, you might be a little bit mad right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love at the end of the day. But I don't know no other way to express it, man.
I love y'all. But look, man, we like 3 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, and
drop some music, man, because I'm gonna get up out and send them off with some music, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, let's get in the inbox, man. Make sure y'all holla at Pete, smooth shit out, because we still a family. I appreciate you, BK. Appreciate you, Mr. Spencer. I appreciate everybody that dropped in, all the Sagittarius. I know we probably be live. We'll definitely do a Feminine Energy Friday since we only got one more week, and I'm definitely, because I'm finna fast away from the social media for a month and get shit in order, other than talking to them and figuring out how we gonna approach the podcast on a professional level. You guys can join You know what I'm saying? We're gonna definitely have a call in. So next month is August. This September, we'll be back in September. I'm thinking like maybe on Labor Day or whatever holiday that is for work. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. Come back with some shit. I'm sure a lot of shit will be going on in the world. I'm gonna play some music and then I'm gonna end this shit. BK, I'll talk to you in a second. I know you finna be on my ass. I already know.
We good. I told you, look, I don't take this shit personal.
Don't take it personal.
I don't. I mean, it's not affecting my personal life. I look at this like business. This ain't personal.
It's definitely is bigger than business, though. We personally want to feed these people the right information.
When I say business, I mean it's not affecting my personal life. It's not going to affect me. It's not affecting my money. It's not affecting my kids. It's not affecting the shit that really matter. Like this matter, but that shit matter. As long as you ain't fucking affecting that, we good.
All right, I'm gonna play this music. Y'all feel free to stay if you want, but I'm gonna play this music. I'm gonna let the folks go. You know, it's Wednesday. You know, shit. Yeah.
But one question before I get out: Are you making Are you gonna make some T-shirts for the reunion?
Yeah,
I like they get, but I don't really want that.
I'm gonna send you some pictures. I'll send you some pictures by Saturday. Just let me know. I'll be down there next week.
You coming next week?
Yep. Ain't it next week?
Good.
Ain't it next week? Am I tripping?
Okay, man. I probably just send it to me so I could go on and get my T-shirt tomorrow.
Okay, I'll send you some pictures. I'm thinking about cutting my hair. What y'all think? I should cut it.
All right.
All right. I'm thinking about cutting my hair, y'all. But then again, I'll be 40 next year, so that might be a good way to bring in the 40 with my haircut and shit. So I'm gonna play a track that I'm finna let y'all go, man. Let me see this comment. Somebody just commented. By V, man, love, light, especially anybody that's walking away from darkness. That's the shit. I want to play my favorite song.
Winning or losing, don't care what you did, fuck is you doing. Stand still, nigga, you moving after all the beat.
It's awesome.
I wanna know.
Yeah.
Said I wanna know.
Real shit.
How I feel.
I ain't just wake up like this. At least not today. I've been feeling like this.
When my heart.
Head standing up right now.
My heart. When you break my heart in two.
The past been set. Work. Bring the drums in, AP. I be incompetent not to acknowledge this. Amongst the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Said I'm convinced after all the broken promises, I'm still trying to make mama rich. Or maybe I try and make mama pissed. Yeah, I used to love her, ain't got no common sense. I still do. Hard to hide the sins behind the mildew. Molded by the fungus in the darkness of the darkest. Mind lies a dragon in that dungeon. Hungry, I supply the heat, just bring the luncheon. Fuck fun, stack fun, stay away from fuck shit. Waiting for the UFOs to abduct me abruptly. You can come right now, interrupt. Hope I can bring weed on that flying saucer. Learning what I learned turned me to Harry Potter. Question everything the teachers ever taught us. Just another product of my environment. Ain't no 401k plans or retirements. Boss that thing in my hand and get the firing. The truth hurts, baby. Don't lie to me. They say the land of the free. Same land bought and sold people that look just like me. Knowing that got me focused. Enough bandos across the world. The house of homeless. Drunk sleeping with rats and roaches. It's about money or moments. Paper or purpose. How you a boss, nigga? You was barely a worker. More like a servant. Mice. Food to the serpents. Trust none, they lurking in the garden of Eden. They feed us anything, you gotta watch what you eating. You want it cause you see it, nigga, not cause you need it. Wake up, stop sleeping. Kilos of pesticides on my fruits and veggies. Who thought trying to be healthy and be so deadly? Heavy on the lemon pepper. Fuck that shit, give me extra. Oh, you trying to kick knowledge? You so smart, why you ain't graduate, hit college? Got kids and you still ain't no father. Got a bitch, rather rap about your partners. Got sick and you hit them doctors. No respect for your mom. What the fuck you know about honest shit? All you know about drama shit. Blame your dick, your fuck baby mamas. All them chips and you still ain't got cars, huh? Hella problems, no solutions. fuck is you doing? Winning or losing? Don't care what you did, fuck is you doing? Stand still, nigga, you moving after all the beating and bruising. How the fuck is you cruising? Still I stand.
It's isnt on the beat.
927.
Not the whole lot.
South Pack Stew. In the dojo with Chinaman. Down in this section, she like, you got them cropped out hoodies. I got that work. Cause you know my government. That don't mean you know who you fucking with. Cause I be on other shit. My bloodline part of the covenant. Under or howl at the moon like a lichen. Hit your little boo with thunder and lightning. Cause I heard you and your crew don't like me. Fuck you won't do, nigga, fight me. Stick on me, shit, dare you to try it. We loud, bitch loud, hell loud. Ain't nothing about me quiet. I get to the bag just to fuck up and check it. My bitch from the back with my hands run up. Then it's back to the how I'm speaking, it is who I am. The how I'm speaking, they could be fam. No matter what, I am. Goddamn, get left cause your money ain't right. Homeless mornings with them hungry nights. County blues, dirty white on whites. Boys swinging toys, ain't talking about Fisher Price. Pressure bus pipe, now this shit made a diamond. Gucci Black can tell you I've been grinding. Need a paper to finish my assignment. My wheels been turning, they needed alignment. Doing fashion now, I'm a designer. On the plane, I'm checking the climate. Can't fuck with niggas, yeah, they be telling. Same nigga done called you your brother. Try to sit down, have dinner with your mother. Try to lay dick in your baby mother. Just the tales of a motherfucker hustler. Lay it on them thick, peanut butter. Everything wavy. When you fuck with the ninja. Sir, that's what they calling me now. Yeah. Cause you know my government. Tell me you know who you fucking with. Cause I be your other shit. My bloodline part of the covenant. Under or howl at the moon like a lichen. Hit your little boo with thunder and lightning. Cause I heard you and your crew don't like me. Fuck you won't do, nigga. Aight. As you live and bring. Yeah. It's your favorite weirdo. Weird clothes, stretched out pillows. I feel when my peers call me weird, this shit's a compliment. Cause when I hear that shit, it boosts my confidence. Talking with the killers, moonwalking in the trap. I'm that nigga selling Thriller, you can smell it through the pack. Zombies, fuck your vouch, nigga. All I need is an ounce, nigga. No matter the product, I'm in the field, in the house with it. Still off the chain like a runaway slave. Boss mentality, I mob through, just try and get me. It's the same, they do anything for a little bit of fame. Nowadays, they do anything to big up they little name. I swear to blow up niggas to jump on a live grenade. IP to them ninjas, take that to the grave. When life gave me lemons, I wasn't tripping, I pissed on it. Added ice soda to my fake friends, it's lemonade. It was going in 60 seconds, now that's a minute made. Niggas screaming, I got the juice, now homie, I ain't Mr. Pure. Bitches wanna hang out, hope I ain't Mr. Cooper. White folks still acting stupid, burning crosses, carrying nooses. Black folks sitting down, talk about peace and some truces. I'm like, I got your piece. I know you seen what they did to Deuce Kid. Blaming on the drugs or the scenes from my favorite movies. Or my nightmares, reality, my dreams sit pretty lucid. Just popped a few pills while I'm at it, IP the juice kid. If I wasn't going stupid in the booth, I'd pour out some juice shit. This for the dreamers who sleep with the dreamers. This for the schemers who plot on the schemers. Salute to all my kings and my queens. Middle fingers to the haters and non-believers. This for the dreamers who sleep with the dreamers. This for the schemers who plot on the schemers. Salute to all my kings and all my queens. Middle fingers to the haters and non-believers. Lord have mercy. Was never trying to be perfect, just trying to be worthy. I'm thinking, Lord have mercy. Was never trying to be perfect, just trying to be. The real always prevail. Trap. Be like, yeah. Trap. Be like, yeah. Trap. You know I trap. Stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. No days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I'm putting in work. Trap, stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. Low days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I put in work. Some niggas die for their country, others die for their hood. Of course, niggas die doing bad, but you ever seen a nigga die doing good? Some never misunderstandings, is why I'd rather be misunderstood. Some die over bitches and business, I swear it's real when it on the wood. That's why I be smoking the wood, watching the wood, fucking my own bitch. Had nothing to do with shit, both good, plus it sounded cool as shit. Strap hot with a cooling kit, in case you think about checking my temperatures. Who think about checking my temperatures? You think about checking my... Keep it simple, fuck a bitch, man, I'm keeping it pimpin'. Ain't trusting shit, ain't gon' argue with you if ain't beneficial. Then it's artificial, why the broke? Always bargain with you, want a raw dollar, then barter with you. Go hard, then go harder, nigga like Dana Evans can't guard a nigga on point like D-Guard. Trap, stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. No days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I'm putting in work. Trap, stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. No days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I'm putting in work. Some niggas trapped to get out, other niggas trapped to stay trapped. Some niggas just wanna win, other niggas wanna run up the stats. If these walls could talk, you trip up the shit that they did for the plaques. Some be frying they here acting man, but they really in the back of the bag. I'm from the rules, little nigga. I seen this shit ruin, little niggas. That's why you gotta watch what you doing, little nigga. Some died, others survived. Fuck all this survivor shit, nigga. Is you living alive? Feeling like Frankenstein. Ain't giving me shit, so I'm taking mine. Riding with the technical, cause these niggas is flagrant foul. Hit a hater with the Eurostep. They oversee me like I ain't a threat. King shit like Imhotep. Work shit, all I do is trap. You know I trap. You know I stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. No days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I'm putting in trap, stack. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Just to move forward, ain't no looking back. Going hard even when it hurts. No days off, first of the first. The niggas and bitches, they all gon' merge. Ain't no myth, man, I'm putting in work. Be like, yeah. So much motivation to get up. Be like, yeah. Forever. Yeah. Where I'm from, they don't make it, why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama getting that call. I.P. to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else. Except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type to get caught through time in the box, claim you not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. something for you. What the fuck am I doing? I said I was too fucking with Cupid. Man, that little motherfucker is stupid. I know I'm not the smartest, but my heart is not the target. Him and his arrow should be motherfucking shooting. Last ship crash. Let me stuck in the ruin. Inspecting random texts like, nigga, the fuck is you doing? Hard to tell when you winning, when you so used to losing. You either sipping G or spilling G. Just know that it's brewing. Is the slime or is the slush? Who can I trust? I'm hoping us. I'm matured now, yeah, I'm grown as fuck. Just trying to break your walls down and help you open up. Long as you stay down, I'ma hold you up. Type to hold your hell while you throwing up. You know your own limits, shit, you grown as fuck. Let Flex tell you how I feel while I hit this blunt. Yikes. Yeah. I got something for you. Be like, yeah. I got something for you. Something in reach. Oh, you feeling me now? Sprint to the phone when I call. Oh, you hearing me now? Literally how I used to fuck at the next tail. Now we dreaming of getting our own place. Even when I'm at away games, I'm thinking of home base. Praying I make it safe, praying I make it too. When you in love in return, that's what couples do. We fight, we fall, but that don't make it cool. We fight, we fuck. We fight, we fuck. I wanna argue. Let's talk, conversate, and find a breakthrough. Fuck being comfortable and not the hustle. Shit, I was broke, trying to fix myself. Eating different now, working on my mental health. Gave the world my worst figure, give it my best. I gave my kids, my girl, my worst figure. I give it my. It's like the more you give them, the more they think of you less. Start for what? The weight of the world on my shoulder, nigga, I flex. Not really a drinker before good smoke for the stress. But from time to time, you might catch me taking fists to the neck. I call it drowning my sorrows. Through treading the water, swimming past my past, knowing life's a beach, nigga. And it can fuck your ass tomorrow. I held my breath in cannonball when others was scared to dip they toe in. Wasn't cool doing poetry, cool to turn my points to flows then. And kidding, as a kid I was going in on grown men. Known men and I was unknown then. A small guy, small fry, stood like 4 fin. Combinated with the strap, roll with the 4 fin. On 90 at all times, Napoleon complex. They take what I say out of context. I'm 100 on 10. Before I take me out, nigga, I'm going in. It's strange you only see this rage out of a gauge. Out the gun rage, bad temper, working on it since a young age. I'm that nigga, been pinched by Kim at church under Sunday sun rays. As the older ladies congregate and they throw shade, bigger than that first lady's hat. Only to catch her, that pretty girl sitting in the back. Parallel park on this west, leaving yay on this track. Train of thought, working hard to train my thoughts. Cold as ice is on the hunt, the catcher won't be caught. Prices, priceless, this shit can't be bought. Had to touch the fat bitch to know that shit was hot. You live and learn, but I got burnt and still I got taught. Meditating hard now to figure headaches. Had to move to the A just to get some better headspace. Alive with the scissors, figure to cut off the dead weight. Marathon shit, RP nip, this ain't no leg race. Relay shit, the whole team running with sticks in. Got the pole on me like a young nigga fishing. Nigga stolen me, should've used my intuition. That nigga told me, damn, shouldn't have put him in my business. The game's relentless. Success is the only way I get my revenge shit. And when I end this, it'll be relentless. Success is the only way I'll get my revenge. How you hating when the sun shines, but love them rainy days. Bunch of fake OGs giving Lonzo vibes like on the movie Training Day. They say they love you rise, joy vibes, they won't see you fade away. God gave me a voice, so they give me no choice. Shit, I'm trying to make a way. Except for those around me, you ain't been blessed to know about me. Exceptional, but expect to go professional. Except for those around me, you ain't been blessed to know about me. I am exceptional, but expect to go professional. You know, sometimes I don't know where to start.